Hello, welcome back to After the Snap. Let me fix some stuff here. I'm your host. I'm your host, Tasha, and today is Wednesday, and we usually are doing a midweek meltdown, which is our entertainment news show. So feel free to jump in. If you didn't see the title, it's going to be a whole lot of Kanye today, an awful lot of Kanye West. Um, I'm going to have a visitor today, so I'm going to go ahead and put my headphones on now because I forget. I hate that because I spend so much time with the hair and then got to put these doggone headphones on and smush it. Okay. So yeah, I think I told everybody that I was going to have Davina with me today. She's going to be with us shortly. Uh, And yeah, we got an awful lot of Kanye West, but of course, to get to Kanye West, we do have to talk about Sunday. It's kind of a big deal. Sunday was the Super Bowl. Now we've already discussed on other streams all of the what do you call it, trailers that came out during the all the trailers that came out during the Super Bowl. I'm fixing my sound here because I think it's a mess. Hopefully that makes that better. I hope. So yeah, the Super Bowl, it was Super Bowl. The halftime show was pretty good. If you are from the generation that I'm from, that was the music that we grew up on, or the music we kind of came of age to. So that was a good halftime show. The game wasn't that bad. I have been avoiding uh, the, the NFL, and I explained all that in yesterday's stream. If you want to go back and listen to my reasons for not really messing with the NFL like I used to, but I did watch the Super Bowl, mainly for the commercials and for the I knew trailers were going to drop. Of course, they have been dropping in Super Bowl for some years now. So I did do a little bit of that, a little bit of watching of the Super Bowl, and I was kind of disappointed in the Super Bowl, not in the players, but mostly because of the way it was officiated. I felt like they were being real loose and kind of letting things fly, and then all of a sudden they decided that we are going to seriously officiate this game in the last, say, 2 to 3 minutes of the game. And I'm like, well, that to me, that ain't cool. Uh, because they officiated so loose throughout the game that when they decided to uh to start throwing flags, it's almost like them they decided the game. The game was close enough that those flags down the stretch meant an awful lot. And that is a huge part of the problem I have with the Super Bowl. And then, like I said, the halftime show, of course, uh, fangirl moments for a lot of us, fangirl, fanboy moments for a lot of us who grew up in that era. But then the backlash that the halftime show got lets me know that the NFL, uh, I can't say the NFL itself, but a lot of people still aren't ready to have the conversations, to do the work that it would take to make me come back into the NFL fold proper. And trust me, I miss it. I miss the brutality, the elegant brutality of that game. I miss it. But I'm like, I can't F with it if we are still having the same issues year after year as far as black coaches as far as the equality that you would want to see in a team or a sport that is consumed by so many people, and that is at least 70 to 80% of the athletes that play are black. You would expect, just a little bit of respect. But we found out during that halftime show that that's not the case. The N word was thrown around quite a bit in describing the halftime show, and I'm not saying by anybody on the field or any of the announcers. I'm saying the fans, the very vocal fans that were on your various social medias. They pretty much they continuously show us who they are, and I do believe y'all. I believe that we still got a whole lot of not even closet racists. They're out and proud to be racist. What's up there, Lysandra? Sandra's in the house. So yeah, there is that. The freaking Super Bowl was just, yeah, it was good. Halftime show was decent. I was kind of impressed, especially seeing as though all of those performers are my age or older. So I'm looking at it like, it's hard for me sometimes to walk from the bedroom to the kitchen. So for them to put on that type of show, I was really, really proud to see them. Uh, and I was also proud to see not compromising who you were. And by that, I mean, Snoop was asked to not smoke weed. Snoop smoked weed. Because asking Snoop to not smoke weed is like asking Snoop to be somebody else today. Be somebody else for the day. Snoop smokes weed. We all know that. That's part of his brand. That's what he's been doing for decades. And if I remember correctly, weed is perfectly legal in the state of California. So there's that as well. They also asked him, uh, they also asked him to not wear the colors of the gang he represents. And while I understand that, again, Snoop wears his blue everywhere he goes. That's he's gonna wear that flag. You know that. So I think that was asking the impossible as well. They asked Dre to not say the line in his song, and I still got no love for police. That's one of the lines of his song, and he said it anyway. And then they asked Eminem to not take a knee, to not do that while they were in during the performance. And I'm sorry, Eminem did exactly what they asked him not to do. Now, while I'm saying I'm glad they didn't compromise who they are, we do realize that they have just made it hard for any other rapper to ever get invited to do the Super Bowl again. Was it worth it? I think so. I think so. If they don't want your music there, when you get an opportunity, don't sell out. They just let you in there simply because there's been a whole lot of backlash about the lack of diversity in the coaching situations and the ownership situations. Let's be real. So yeah, that was some of the things. Lysandra said it seemed like it was short. They're usually about 15 minutes. I think it might have seemed a little bit shorter because it was so many different artists performing. But it's usually 15 to 20 minutes. It's not too much longer than that. So I think it was the same, but I think it was because it wasn't one artist getting to do all of the songs, even though all of those songs were songs that Dre was in some way a part of as far as producing the songs. So, it was good to see them guys. What it do, Reinhardt? So yeah, it's hard to understand. Yeah, I guess it's hard to understand what the issue, what the problem is. Every year you get a different artist Sometimes it's artists that I don't appreciate or like, and it would be real easy for me to be moving around or doing other things during the halftime show. I wasn't hate watching it and tweeting about it, and that's what we were seeing a lot of. It was unfortunate that this milestone in the NFL is actually having hip hop artists be the headlining acts. As far as the NFL, it was a milestone, and it was kind of wrecked by people who just can't, I guess, appreciate anybody else's culture. I guess that's the way I'll put it. Oh, Reinhardt is here. He said, I saw the title of the thumbnail and I got some thoughts. And I'm pretty sure you are not the only person. It is a lot of drama surrounding Kanye West. And the reason why I led with the Super Bowl is because we're going to hang around and unpack a lot of what Kanye did Super Bowl Sunday prior to the game. Kanye West went on kind of a rampage. Uh, hey there, Clarence. Clarence said he thought the show was great. You know what? I did too. Now, of course, I can nitpick. The one thing I'll nitpick, and it's been the one thing I've been nitpicking, it's a bad thing because this is a person I don't like very much, which is 50 Cent. There was nothing wrong with his performance except for he came in upside down. So when he came in upside down, when he turned right side up, he was completely out of breath. And I just think that was a bad choice to come in. It was a bad choice to come in the way that he did. Because he couldn't breathe. The man just couldn't breathe. And while it wasn't funny, I'm like, there should have been a different choice made. I understand why he made the choice. There should have been a different choice made. I am about to add Davina to this here thing. So get ready to say hello. What it do?
Hi, hello. I was having a little technical difficulty.
Can you do me a favor and turn your mic down just a tiny bit? Do I sound really loud too?
I don't have a volume button
You
on
know
this
what? No,
thing.
it ain't
Maybe that's
you.
what it
It's
is.
not you. It's probably me. I just need to turn my mic down. Okay. Reinhardt said I was watching Corey on Double Toasted and he had me rolling. I kind of like those guys too. Lysandra said he did the jailhouse push-ups. Yeah, I get why that was a choice. He just couldn't breathe when he got done. He was literally out of breath.
Oh God.
Clarence said it was hilarious seeing him try to recreate that video.
I know he should have left
Yeah,
that part alone.
yeah, that was a bit ambitious. And he probably thought, oh, piece of cake, I can do it. I did it back there the same way I think I could pick up a basketball and still go out there. Nope. Nope. My arms feel like spaghetti from shooting. So if it looks like and it feels real familiar until it's time to really do it, and then it ain't familiar no more.
The memes.
I am glad to see you.
Hi, Reinhardt, and everyone else. It's good to see all of you as well.
So yeah. So I've pretty much said my thoughts, and I don't know. It wasn't anybody in the room when I was talking about the actual game. The game decent game. I like I said, I've been off of the NFL wagon. I'm going to tell you what I didn't like about the game, and then you say you felt like it was good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you your opportunity to rebut what I'm about to say.
Oh boy.
So here is the issue that I have with the game. You know that I like a low. Ooh, that got really loud too. You know I like a low scoring affair. We were in there. Everything was going gravy to me because it was no flags for 3 quarters.
There was
We
some
had
boo hockey
we
too.
had some, and there were some missed calls, lots of pass interferences that were missed, lots of face masks.
Face
I
mask.
saw a lot of stuff that was missed. And then it gets down to these last few minutes and flags are coming out of everywhere. And I feel like this was a situation where the officiating had an impact on the end of the game. They were doing fine. If you was going to let everything go, let it all go. But then you decided at the end of the game, now how many flags came out on one play? It was like 4 flags on one play. To me, when you're in a close game and you start officiating tight at the end, you are deciding the game. Now, tell me what you liked about it, D.
We were over here, me and hubby was hollering because I'm like, did you not see that face mask situation? Like, was you blind? I mean, he took the boy's whole head, took it and threw him down, and nobody
Mhm.
called anything.
I thought that's what kind of game we was gonna have. Like we
Other
just gonna let them play.
other than that, like I thought it was a good game. I thought that oh God, was it the yeah, I thought it was the Rams was just gonna run away with it. And then here come the Bengals finally. I'm like, okay, fine. Cause I really wasn't too mad about who won
Me
because the
either.
Bengals ain't
Mm-hmm.
never won ever. So I'm like, okay, if they
It
win, that'd
could be
be
their
great. If the
time. Yeah.
Rams win, that's great as well. Um, I hate that Odell Beckham hurt himself. Because then
That
there's
that
one thing
kind of
I hate.
decided the game too.
One thing I hate is to see any man cry.
Uh-huh.
It makes me cry. I don't even know you. I just want to cry. And then it was them little young men was on the sidelines on the Bengals, and they just had their little things up and they were crying. That part was emotional, but I thought the game, other than the missed calls and stuff, was really good. It was really entertaining, and like these men were there to win, and they were excited when they won. It was tears, wives running out and jumping up on their husbands,
and as
and
usual, that's
then
the part that
and
that
then
never
the
changes.
and then the one young man we were watching on TV today, I can't remember his name, but his wife left mid game. She was
Mm-hmm.
having contractions the whole time, though Saturday, the day before the game, and she just saying like, "I'm praying that I don't have this baby." And she left, and she told him like, "Hey, don't you tell him until this game is over with." And it was so cute because the kids, the lady came up, was like, "Hey, your wife is at the emergency, at the hospital having the baby," and he was like so calm but frantic all at the same time, and his little kids was there talking
Mm-hmm.
about, "Hey, we got to go just see your mommy so we can see your little brother." That was
Yeah, and I think he made it in time to see the birth.
no, he didn't.
He didn't. Because I
No,
saw that picture of him sitting there with the baby, and he ain't had no shirt on, sitting with the baby on
yeah,
his chest. So he got there after the fact.
yeah, he
Okay,
got
let me
that,
pick
but
up
she
this.
understood. She wasn't mad about it.
Yeah,
She
I mean, it
just,
was at work,
yeah.
and I mean, this
So
is not like I can call off.
yeah, no, like you're already in it. I
Yeah.
was really, really excited for them. They a beautiful little family. She was like, "I'm tired, but I'm here." So I mean, it was a good game. I enjoyed the halftime. 50 Cent being there, we looking at it like, did nobody say 50 Cent was gonna be
No,
here?
but I had a feeling
Mhm.
because of the ties with Dre. That was the only with him producing so many of his songs as well.
Yes, I the only thing I didn't like about it is the stage, because it was one side. You see the one
Yeah,
side of the team, the field see
like that
one
house.
thing, and the
Yeah,
other side see the other thing. And I'm like, I'm here. This is epic. I want to see everything.
but I
So
think that's why they had that app so that you could see the 360. But I didn't
mm,
download the app either.
I'm sick of downloading apps, Tasha.
Everything is an app now.
Everything is an app and a
Let me pick
password
up. Let me
now.
pick up Reinhardt's comment. He said, "I was happy for Matt Stafford because all them years he was stuck in purgatory in Detroit, you never heard that dude complain or make a big stink about anything. And you know what? For a little while, I thought they had something going in Detroit. I thought that they had an opportunity to make some noise, and Womp womp womp. So there was that. I am glad that he kind of got out of that situation. Yeah, I wish he would have. No, I don't.
I'll be
I'm not
right
even
back.
gonna say that. Okay, I was almost gonna say I wish he would have went on to the Bears, but I'm not gonna even say
I don't
that.
know that would have helped us.
We need a whole O line, an entire offensive line. Uh, somebody who cares about their quarterback, because it seems like, to be quite honest, I thought they had it in for Jay Cutler. Just like that, they just didn't really like him. But y'all, they don't block for nobody. But I'm not about to get into this football conversation. But our offensive line at Chicago, we need to all start having kids like right now, so we can build a team.
No. I am out of that one.
Yeah,
I am done, son. Been done a long
it'll
time.
be real exciting if I have a baby.
I know, right?
What y'all be like?
The main one advocating for
what in the Immaculate Conception?
Can't do nothing.
What in the Immaculate Conception happened over there?
Definitely.
Yeah, it would be a true to life miracle.
What you trying to say, Bun? Bun said, "I will not."
I don't blame her. She stuttered. She said I first and had to stutter and regather herself and say, "I will not."
She's like, "What, baby? What?"
We're supposed to be out here getting ready to make us a little squad. I wouldn't let my child play football. That's a whole nother story for another day. What did y'all think of commercials? Did you see any commercials besides the trailers? We talked at length about the trailers the other day. Of course, we could come back to them if you guys want to discuss them a little bit more. But what did you think? Were there any commercials that stood out to you?
I can't even remember. They were horrible.
Some of them were okay. They weren't like okay.
I was like, what? The Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh,
the Zeus one. I thought the one with Zendaya and Andre 3000 was cool too.
Okay, I did see that one. Okay.
Yeah.
But they wasn't like they were back in the day. Like back in the day, they was just like, oh, wasn't it the Super Bowl that had the frogs saying Budweiser during the Super Bowl? You don't remember that?
Yeah,
that was
Bud. Why?
Zer.
Yeah. Right. But did you see the one with the Doritos where they stopped and started doing the animals? The kid was up in the tree eating some flaming hot Doritos and another kind of
hot. And the sloth took it and ran up. I said, that's the fastest sloth in the world.
And I'm talking about all the rest of the animals started eating them and they started singing "Push It."
And they was dancing. The bear booty was.
I thought that was cute. I thought that was cute.
The bear was
Reinhardt liked the Arnold Schwarzenegger and Salma Hayek commercial. That was the one we were talking about with Zeus. And he also said he liked the one with LeBron where he's talking to his younger self. I thought that was cool as well. You said they could have done a better job, but it was a commercial. I can understand it. The one that I liked, although it was horrifying, the stuff of nightmares, was that when the video game characters jumped out of the TV, the kids were sitting in the living room playing the game. It was a brother and a sister, and something happened, and the characters came out of the TV, and they looked horrifying. But I'm going to tell you what made me really love this commercial. Y'all know I'm a Bears fan, and one of the things that is a big regret that we didn't get to see Walter Payton score a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Well, in this little video game simulation, he scored that winning touchdown. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like little tears were coming to my eyes because I was like, this commercial is scary as hell. These characters look very scary. But for it to have been Walter Payton to score that touchdown, I think they knew what that would mean to fans of Sweetness and of the Bears. So I thought that was cool.
I missed that one. So
I
don't know what commercial I was doing.
I'm trying to think now. Look, the movies, of course, were the story. The movies and their trailers were the story. But I'm trying to think. That one Coinbase commercial where it was nothing but that QR code bouncing up and down on the screen for a whole minute,
Mm-hmm.
that confused the shit out of my cats. My cats were just sitting there watching it bounce, and then one of them Grudge is the Grudge is mean, just like Grudge on on Star Trek Discovery. Grudge jumps up and starts fighting the TV. I was like, "Oh, where's my phone? I got to record this." Couldn't get it. Couldn't get it. He was really upset that thing, number one, that it was moving around and he couldn't catch it, and then number two, that I was like, "Get the hell off of this table." oh, oh, Clarence said he thinks that the commercials were pretty lame, but he liked the Sopranos kids, and that was, if you're a Sopranos fan, I can see how that would tug at a little bit of the nostalgia in you. I thought there were quite a few though. I'm a little bit lame though, but I thought it was quite a few of them. The Michelob commercial with all of the athletes. You had Peyton Manning and
Mm-hmm.
you know which commercial I'm talking about. What's the kid's
I
name that
saw
plays
that
over in
one
Miami?
somewhere.
The basketball
I
player.
saw that one somewhere. I was doing
I'm
something
trying to think.
and
I'm
I was
trying to
like,
think. What's
and I
his
looked
name though?
up
What's
at
the one am I talking
Peyton.
about? What is his name?
Miami who?
The boy that plays in Miami used to play for Chicago. Butler,
Oh,
Jimmy
Butler.
Buckets.
Butler.
Yeah, it was him. So when Serena walked in and the
Oh,
whole
that was
thing
yeah.
shut down, they
I
was
was
like,
like,
"Oh
who is
yeah,
that? And I'm like, oh, Serena Bowling now.
yeah."
Okay.
It was cute commercial. What was the and the? I thought the Barbie house commercial was cute. Did you see that one?
Where
Where
was
Barbie
I
was
at?
trying to buy a house and and all these other dolls and characters start trying to buy the house out from up under her, and then she finally won the bid on the house. Hey there, Thomas. She won the bid on the house, and then everybody started trying to look for another house to buy, and they end up trying to buy the castle from Masters of the Universe.
That's what Grayskull?
So they was trying to buy the one that He-Man and them stayed in. It was
Castle
like, but
Grayskull.
it was like, but the neighbors are terrible. And they had Skeletor. It was cute to me. I thought that was funny.
I didn't
I
see
thought that
that
was
one.
funny. I think that one came on in the second half. Remember when I texted you? It was like I might fall asleep. Can you watch the commercial in the second half? I stayed up because I continued to watch and overwatch the Doctor Strange trailer. I watched that about, gosh, I don't even want to talk about how many times I watched it.
I know she is over there having a fit about this Doctor Strange trailer.
Who was?
You.
Oh, I thought you said your husband was.
No.
I'm trying to think, was it anything else those were the only ones that and the Eugene Levy commercial for Nissan. I enjoyed that as well. So yeah, those were my commercials that I liked. Claire said most of them he was trying to figure out what the F was going on. Oh, he said the Masters of the Universe part got him too. Yeah, that was a cute commercial to me. It wasn't, I didn't know where they were going with this until when they said we got to find you another property to buy, and it was that freaking castle. I almost died. They had Skeletor and He-Man and somebody else, but anywho, that was to me the cutest commercials that we had. Now I'm going to look at this list of stories that I had prepared to see if anything I want to get to before I get to Kanye West. Did you see that Charles Barkley was saying that he is going to retire when his contract for TNT is up?
Yeah, he been saying that. He said everybody too damn sensitive. That's what he said.
And he said he don't want to die standing next to Shaq's fat ass.
You know what? Him and Shaq. I swear, you didn't know them. You would think they didn't like each other.
Angus said he's not gonna scan some random QR code, and that was the entirety of that commercial. Angus, just nothing but a QR code, changing colors. bouncing like a screensaver on from a DVD. It was just bouncing around. And I was like, I was tempted to scan it, but the cats was having so much freaking fun. They were just hitting the scene. But okay.
You and your cats.
Reinhardt said he tried to scan it, but it didn't work. What they were saying is that they were giving people X amount of money to download their app or whatever it is. That's what it was.
Well, you better come get me some sugar.
And
Good luck.
Thomas is just saying what? Right. So look, I'm gonna need you to mute your mic. We don't want to hear all that affection.
Excuse me?
Jimmy's like, excuse you.
You are excused, sir.
200s, baby.
Gotcha.
Today's bowling night.
It's bowling night. Bowling night. We looking for 300s. Let me know if Serena show up. Y'all already know I can make connections now. I can connect it.
Gotcha.
I can make connections. Also, this week at the box office, and this is a movie that I wanted to see, but I'm just not prepared to go to the movies. It is that Uncharted movie. It's coming out tomorrow. Good. And they're saying that they're projecting for it to make $70 million plus at the box office. I hope that works out, because that will be the first shut up Spider-Man that we have gotten since that movie has come out. But it's also starring Tom Holland. So Tom Holland is just raw. He winning
everywhere.
Yes. Reinhardt also
I
thinks
do
it's
too,
going to be
Reinhardt.
good. Yeah.
I think it's going to be good.
I forgot this is a 4-day
drag him
weekend.
to the movies tomorrow so we can see that.
It seems like it, based on a video game, those can be tricky. Adapting a video game into a movie, it's not a lot of success there. But this might be the one to break the bank. Hopefully, we'll see.
I'll let you know how I like it if we get there tomorrow. Try to get there early.
Please do. Give me a rundown of non-spoiler way. Give me a rundown and let me know what I'm looking for, because I do want to go see it. Yeah. Angus said enough people did scan it that it crashed their site like a self-inflicted. What is a DDoS? You're going to have to help me. You got to help me.
DDoS.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be really upset when you tell me what it is, because it's probably going to be something we could have figured out. But I need help. So, yeah, let me think. What else before we get to Kanye? Lord have mercy.
So slow.
Yes, Thomas. There is a Star Trek movie in the works. Let me pull that article up. There is a Star Trek movie. One? They have gotten Chris Pine to I think they've gotten him. They were trying to work out a deal with them. I think they've gotten him to agree. They had a lot of stuff coming out at Paramount over the last 2 days because of their investors meeting. And then this, all of that good news, well, I considered it good news, that came out, and then their shares plunged today after all of this big announcement from yesterday. So that was weird. Oh, thank you, Clarence.
Denial of social attack. Oh,
service attack. Means nothing to me.
All right.
It don't mean nothing to me. Yeah. I don't know. Distributed denial of service attack.
Yeah.
I don't. Yep. Oh, it's a basic hacker attack. Thank you. Because I didn't know.
Right. I was getting ready. I was over here trying to Google it.
I trusted that somebody in this audience was going to tell me exactly what that was. I was like, I don't know what it is. I thought I had an article for that for that, what you call it? Maybe this is it. Just say Viacom CBS. So yeah, but the shares tumbled a day after Paramount told about the rebrand and that this is their streaming outlook. I think they said by 2024 they feel like they'll have. How about I pull up the article instead of guessing? I hate doing that. So while that's loading, do we got some more some more comments? Dee Dee?
Hmm.
Is there some new comments down there while I'm waiting to figure out this?
Let's see. Sometimes, so Reinhardt says sometimes people are not so nice, Tasha. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, which one? Yeah, I don't know. What did I say? I don't know what I said. Maybe maybe he was talking about the hacker stuff.
Now, when is this movie slated to come out? This new Star Trek movie?
They
I
are
know
talking about starting production on it at the end of this year.
Okay.
So
So
towards
like
the end of the year,
2024?
I would think, yeah, in about that range, 2023, the end of 2023, the beginning of 2024, probably. Yeah, but I'm still looking. I don't have no slides prepared for nothing but freaking Kanye.
So Angus says a web server can only handle so much traffic, and a DDoS attack sends too much traffic to it. The site might then crash.
Okay, that
Makes
makes
sense now that you told me what it was. I'm like,
yeah.
that's
Once
what it's
we
called. I just be like, oh, it crashed.
Yep, it broke.
Right.
It broke. I guess there is a good break and a bad break of the internet. So we
And
got
so
go ahead.
Reinhardt said, "No, we're going. Wait, no, we're going to be with my father." I told Tasha the other day they moved them into the hospice. Okay, and we booked our reservations at the same hotel where I realized I was going to have to stay an extra. Not only did he give us the same rate, he then gave me a discount on all 3 nights. Discounts are great.
Yep. I am really glad that they are working with you and helping you in it throughout this situation. As tough as it
Yes.
is, you don't need to be worried about
Where
that
you got
kind
to
of stuff.
stay and all
Yep.
that. You can focus on your dad.
Yep. Boy. So yeah, it's saying Tuesday. J.J. Abrams. How about on Tuesday? J.J. Abrams announced plans for a fourth Star Trek film at the Paramount Investors Day presentation. The film is going to be directed by Matt Shakman, who we remember from directing WandaVision, with Abrams producing, and the aim is to bring back many of the original stars from the 2009 reboot of the long-running franchise. So we're looking to get Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto as Spock, Zoe Saldana as Uhura, John Cho as Sulu, Carl Urban as Bones, and Simon Pegg as Scotty. Remember the actor Anton Yelchin, who played Chekhov, sadly passed away in 2016, right before that third movie came out. So we won't see him. But the screenplay is going to be by the same guy who is doing Avatar 2 for James Cameron over there. So, hopefully this is a hit with all of the fans. Some of those, some of us are a little bit harder to to please than others. But yeah, hopefully we get
More
hopefully we
yay
get
drama.
yeah, more yay drama. It gets to the point where you start to feel like, okay, am I piling on? Am I? He keeps giving us stuff to talk about. But now I'm not laughing at this because Kanye is a bit scary now. If I were, just think of your ex, anybody and everybody in the audience, all of us have an ex. If we had an ex who had the means that Kanye does to track us down wherever we are, to harass our new the person we're dating, to make incredible demands to buy a house right across the street from you, to if we had an ex who had the means to do all of those things, how would you feel? And not only that he
If
has
we
the
never
means,
talked about it,
let me
if we
say,
never talked about it,
go ahead.
huh?
Go ahead. I'll
Oh,
wait.
if we never talked about him buying a house across the street, all this stuff was done secretly. Yeah, I would have a huge problem with that and everything else that he's doing. I'm like, if it's over, and I mean, you go our separate ways, and there's no shenanigans, all this stuff going through, on the internet constantly. It's just no need for it.
Right. He's doing what many would consider the most. He's doing the
And
most.
and the bad part about it is when he goes to court, all this stuff is going to be brought up.
Right.
So
He's
he's digging
hurting
a hole for
himself.
himself.
Right. But he's not the type of person who will take that laying down. And oh, yeah, Angus said he would be scared and regretful because, yeah, I would have to think this is not the person that I knew when we got together. If you harass uh the person that I'm dating, that's almost like, you know how guys will say, if I can't have you, nobody will. I'm gonna go on this whole campaign. And you also know what those kinds of guys or women for that matter, and I don't
Capable
want to I don't want to leave it at just the guys, but we all know what those people are capable of, what they've been
Yep.
capable of in the past. Add to that a very well-known but untreated uh, mental illness, and this is
Mm-hmm.
the makings for a Lifetime movie. This is not funny no more. And when I show you some of the stuff, it is a person who is obsessive, and because they're also a narcissist, so they have to have a lot of attention on them. He's also very obsessive. And this is an example of a person having a public meltdown because he won't get his way. It's almost like a temper tantrum. And
Do you think he's even having a meltdown? I just think that these are deliberate. His actions
well,
are deliberate.
that is also a part of, it's part of narcissism. It's an uh and he might not realize that the things that he uh is doing is actually it's actually a diagnosis of his one of his mental illnesses. He's acting in the way a classic narcissist acts. And I'm going to share a few slides because this is what I did. I didn't have nothing else planned but this. This is who you fighting. You're fighting with this kid. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that Kim Kardashian is not guilty in any way. They to me are the types of women who use a man up and then throw him away. But he knew who he was. If we know this, he knows that. He knew who he was dealing with. But this is who he fighting. This is who he's arguing with. This is he, and this kid ain't saying nothing back to him. It's not giving him any he is not giving him any bite back. He's not coming back and forth. He's just ignoring it. You're allowing him to take the high road over you. But okay. Kanye West would truthfully scare you if he was your ex and you're not rich with security. His behavior isn't funny at all. Women get killed by men like this every single day. This is a text that Kim sent to him after the Sunday kind of tirade that he went on. before the Super Bowl. She sent him a text that said, "You are creating a dangerous and scary environment, and someone will hurt Pete, and this will be your fault." So he, instead of just taking that text and saying, "She's right," he screenshots the text and shares it to Instagram, saying, "Upon my wife's request, please nobody do anything physical to Skeet. I'm gonna handle the situation myself." What does that sound like? That's a threat.
Yep.
Yes, you're right. You're right, Angus. In his own head, Kanye is the suffering hero. You are right. We're going to see more of that as we continue through the slides. But that, to me, he sent this picture along with that. "Upon my wife's request, please nobody do anything physical to Skeet. I'm going to handle the situation myself." And then he shares this picture of some physical violence. And while some people are finding this funny, it's not funny. This man is unraveling. What did you think about this first text message, D?
She's just trying to let him know, like, this is not cool in any way. This is a dangerous situation. You're putting people in a and he knows that people take heed to these things and will run with it and do something wrong. Now, what if something happens and someone hurts your child? Like,
yeah,
this is wrong
he ain't
on so
thinking
many
that.
levels.
He's not even thinking that far.
So this is wrong on so many levels. Somebody that wouldn't, either somebody's gonna get hurt and it's gonna be somebody that wasn't intended to get hurt. Somebody's gonna be a yee or whatever he calling himself today fan, and they're gonna be like, "I did this for ye," and it's gonna be just horrible. And I'm hoping it doesn't end like this. We got enough going on. We don't need two people that got all this money, or one person that got all this money messing with someone else. She's clearly moving on with her life, and you moving on with your life. You don't.
We'll get to that. We'll get to it.
Yeah, but you out here buying these ugly purses for this girlfriend and all of her peoples, and Kim don't care. She's not saying a word.
Reinhardt said that's what a lot of the guys were saying earlier. They were saying, "Kanye, just get the pass on everything." I mean, he gets a pass on everything. I mean, he said some stuff that was straight up racist, but it's only Kanye. Yeah, when he was like, "Slavery is a choice." That slavery is a choice thing, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah,
because like I said,
that pissed me off.
That man has a problem, and we know it. He also said, and I got to say, by all accounts that I know of him, he doesn't have a very good track record with how he treats women on a breakup. And Angus is saying that she's the grown up here. Yeah, she's the adult in the room. Kim, after he shared that post or that text that she sent him asking him to leave, to stop what he's doing, she sent him another text and said, "Why can't you keep any of our conversations private?" And he said, "Because I got a text from my favorite person in the world. I'm your number one fan. Why wouldn't I tell everyone?" Now, over here is what I got a graphic that talks about love bombing. Have you heard of love bombing, Davina?
Probably not those terms, but maybe
when we describe
it, the description of it, I may have.
Well, basically, love bombing is just smothering a person with attention, affection, stuff that they have not. Pretty much, they've done nothing to get all of this attention, all of this affection. So it says narcissists don't love you. They drop bombs of love upon you so that they can get their supply of what they need from you, which is they need to get their needs met. So they give you a lot of attention to make sure you give it back to them in spades. And then they do things like tell you that you're their soulmate. They promise you a perfect future when they really just want your adoration, a confirmation of their own superior existence. Real love takes time, we know that, and is based on honesty, integrity, and mutual respect. A narcissist is not capable of giving any of those things. So if it feels too good to be true, and you sense that something is amiss, don't ignore it, because unlike your mind, which may ignore or rationalize this odd behavior, your gut will never lie.
That's
Yep.
true.
And I'm looking at what Angus got down there too. If he really loved her, he'd respect her wishes. He just get out the way. What's up? What's up? Yeah. Okay. You see, on Valentine's Day, he sent her a truck full of roses. Just a truck full of roses. That is part of the cycle of abuse. There is a person who we start with the tension. There's tension building in the relationship. Then this person erupts. We've seen Kanye with his eruption. Then he starts to send the hearts and the flowers. And we saw that here. He's doing it textbook. This is exactly the way the textbook reads when you are an emotional abuser. Even a physical abuser will do the same thing, because all of that ends with love bombing. And we just saw that in that text message. He is a textbook example of a person who is an abuser and is off his rocker right now. You got anything, D?
No. Excuse me. It's just I need somebody to go talk to him. Some friends. He don't have no friends. He don't have anybody.
Would he listen to him?
Or she needs to get some type of protective order against him.
Right, but what is a piece of paper gonna do with a person? A piece of paper is not gonna stop my ex-boyfriend from coming over here and doing something to me. The piece of paper at least will protect me and be saying he's not even supposed to be here. But what if he comes there and he ain't here to talk? You know, the piece of paper is doing nothing. So how?
I don't. Well, then I mean, she's gonna have to do something besides get her some security. I mean, at least if she put the piece of paper in motion, and he violates, at best, maybe he can go to jail for that if that's the case. Because I just don't want to wake up and see.
Yeah, this happened the worst way.
Horrible story.
Angus said when he broke up. I mean, Reinhardt said when he broke up with Amber Rose, he just said some of the most horrible things in the press about her. He tried to shame her in every way. Yeah, and this was him walking away from her. Kim has got the audacity to be walking away from him. That is the problem here. If he was walking away from her, he would still have some bad things to say, but he can walk away because it's him walking away. She shouldn't have the audacity to walk away from him.
I'm Kanye. You gonna walk away from me? And then the fact that they have kids, that just adds more.
Yeah.
I guess ownership. He feels more ownership of her.
Angus said, after the violence, my stepfather always sobered up and begged for forgiveness. Cycle of abuse, tension building, the eruption, hearts and flowers, love bombing. And it just goes in a cycle. And we just watching it play out right in our face. And a lot of people are finding it funny. And I just find it scary. I find it scary because this is a person that at one point or at one time I thought was a good dude, and I'm just seeing this devolving into this monster. Okay, so we got 13 signs of love bombing. So if you're being love bombed, this is how you would recognize it. They make grand romantic gestures. They give extravagant gifts. And remember, this is not in a situation where we have earned this with one another. This is a situation where I did nothing to get this shit. And I'm wondering why you giving it to me. They always compliment you. They promote excessive communication. We all know communication. We talk to the person you love every day. But if I see you talking to somebody and I gotta come and get in the middle of it, I'm love bombing. I'm getting in the way of you communicating with anybody else. I am being excessive in my communication, requesting constant attention, demanding commitment. This is again a person who shouldn't be asking this of you if it happened too soon. If I met you 3 weeks ago and this is what you start doing, they demand commitment. They resist your boundaries. They make soulmate claims. They say, I love you very quickly. They're good at saying what you want to hear. They feel too good to be true. They make you feel like you're being saved. They make immediate promises about the future. And then they put you on a pedestal. All of that sounds good when it's coming from somebody who you have built up a relationship, a real relationship with. But when it's somebody who either during the initial phases of getting together or when they see that you're trying to walk away, when they're doing it in those times, that doesn't seem cute anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually terrifying. Let me pick up. Angus had said Kim's security goons versus his, and Bun said basically he's stalking her. Yeah.
He's stalking the both of them.
Yes. Then he went through pictures, and if they were friends with either Kim or Pete Davidson on Instagram, or I think this was on Instagram. Yeah, Instagram. He went through pictures that had him in it, and he put big red X's on these people. Like, what the fuck? So he did it not just to them. He did it to quite a few celebrities. If you were friends with Kim, you're friends with Pete, he got an X on you. I don't know what that means. Would you take that as a threat, D?
Yeah. See, this is the evidence he's building up on himself, and that's why I'm like, you need to do something. She got to do something. Both of them need a protective order. And then to stop him from doing all of this. I'm quite sure they can name all this. What is that? Civil War.
He actually reposted. Somebody made this little thumbnail, and it says Kanye West Civil War, and the people on his team on one side. It's just talking. It's from the Avengers. Captain America Civil War. But he actually reposted this. Like, if you're either on his side or you on her side. United we stand, divided we fall. So yeah, he's really off his rocker.
He had a lot of damn time on his hand, too much.
Yeah.
Then aren't you worried that your daughter is gonna see this?
No, because we're gonna get to that too.
Oh God.
He put out on. I thought this one was funny now, but he put this on Instagram. Just so everyone knows, Cudi will not be on Donda, his new album, because he's friends with you know who. We all speak in Billy language now. So another shot at Billie Eilish, of course, but also he don't want Kid Cudi on his album because Kid Cudi is friends with Pete Davidson. But Kid Cudi's response was everything to me. He said, too bad I don't want to be on your album, you fucking dinosaur. Everyone knows I've been the best thing about your album since I met you. I'm going to pray for you, brother. So when he called him a dinosaur because he dressed up like Dino in the family pictures for Halloween that time, I thought that was hilarious now. Oh, gosh. Okay.
Is this all on Twitter? Because it got to be.
It was all on Instagram. It's all gone now because he went through and erased everything. Lord, but once it's there, you know it's there. Uh,
Jeez.
Reinhardt said, "I like she said some deranged person who ain't all their end up doing something to one of those people. Then what's he going to say? Mm, you can't play like this. There are too many people out there who have serious issues who will act on something if it comes to a famous person."
Yes.
Exactly. It's almost like he's asking for one of
Yeah.
his fans
To
to
do
do
this for
something on
him.
his behalf. Yeah, to keep his own hands clean. So yeah, let me pick these two up since I see Ambria got something in here too. He's going to get himself into trouble and not going to be able to see his kids. That was from Bun, and then
Mhm.
Ambria said, "Wow, Cuddy ate him up." Yes, Cuddy got him. Cuddy cut him. That was funny to me. That's the only part of this that was funny to me. Kid Cuddy is like, "I am not. I'm not playing y'all games, but I'm gonna pray for you." Okay, so then he posted, "Stop telling fathers they should have fought harder to see their children, and start asking mothers why he had to fight at all." Which typically I would agree with that. I don't like to see fathers left out of their children's lives. If they are adding something of value to their children's lives, but
Mhm.
I don't know if this is it. Um, he also posted, "I don't have beef with Kim. I love my family. So stop that narrative. I'm not giving up on my family. I bought this coat for Kim before Saturday Night Live. I thought it was particularly special. I have faith that we'll be back together. I never had anything against Daily Mail. I got love for everyone in the media, and I wish you all the happiness in the world. I speak directly to the media outlets the same way a ball player speaks to the refs. The world is our court, like a basketball court, and the court of public opinion. We have a public relationship because we are public figures. So to the public and to the press, sometimes people call me crazy, but to be in love is to be crazy about something. And I'm crazy about my family. Happy Valentine's Day." Now, I put these two together, and I want to hear your thoughts, Dee. Because first, in this first picture, stop telling fathers they should have fought harder to see their children. Start asking mothers why he had to fight it all. Well, in this very next thing, you're talking about fighting for your family. Well, why do you have to fight at all? Ain't
And
that
I'm quite sure she would have gave you whatever you needed had you.
why? What is this fight about? So tell
It's
me what you think,
it's a
girl.
it's a it's an inside fight for him. That the statement there on the left
Mm,
is that's very true for in a lot of cases. But when you're making you're doing all of this
right.
not her. She's not saying, you didn't hear her say, "I'm gonna keep the kids from you." She haven't said anything too much, but saying, "Can we have a private conversation? Can you keep it private? And I don't want somebody else to do something to Skeet because you acting crazy." That's
But
all she said.
and he calls him Skeet because
Oh,
he's
what's
being
his name?
derogatory. His name is Pete.
Pete. Okay, my bad, Pete. Um, because I didn't know who he was before this
Yeah,
even happened.
I knew, but this is
I
the
think I
same little
saw him
boy who was
before.
dating young girls or Ariana Grande or somebody.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we can talk about her being too old for him. That's a whole different conversation
I
for a whole
mean,
different day.
hey, they two grown
But
people. They
they're
consent. That's not
adults.
even an issue to me.
Yep, yep,
Because hell, men do it all the time. So if that's what they
yep,
want to do, that's what they want to do.
yep. Lysandra said he doing the most because he's basically mad because she moved on. That
Hmm.
is, yep, that's part of
Yeah.
it.
He like, I'm Kanye. You don't leave me, or I get to do what I want to do and come back. And you supposed to not do nothing, but you don't look. You married to a Kardashian. They pick them up, put them down. They don't be
That's what they
playing.
do. Pick them up and put it down. Anytime it's proper. Huh? But anyway, if it walks like beef, it sounds like beef, it smells like beef, it's beef. Yep.
All right, Angus. I ain't never heard that. The duck was in there. If it
Because
walks like that.
he said I don't have beef with her. But this is what the whole thing about the coat was. He said, I bought that coat. This is the coat that she wore when she went out on Valentine's Day with Pete Davidson. So he was a little pissed that that's the coat that she chose to wear. And now, am I saying that she wasn't being petty by wearing this coat? I'm not saying that at all. But
But
like
still
you
don't give
said,
you the right to act a fool like
yeah,
this.
she's a public figure. Your relationship is public. So if you're saying all this stuff and she getting under your skin just by being,
And then the flip side on this, what if somebody that's a fan of hers try to do something
to him.
to Kanye?
Mm-hmm.
This
Because it's a two-way street.
This could just be so bad on so many levels, and I just wish that he would act like a damn adult. Like, it's just like not used to what a person. Well, it sounds like kind of like what a person is that's not used to rejection.
Yeah,
That's always the one that's in control, and now you feel like you're not in control because
he's trying to regain. He's trying to regain it. Yeah. So he said, I didn't wake up and fight for my family to trend over the Super Bowl, but it happened. So he's basically saying, I'm trending on Super Bowl Sunday and I'm trending over the Super Bowl. So this is really, it's even about that. You want to make sure the most people see it. And we're talking 1 million people right here liked it. So we could triple that. How many people saw it and didn't say nothing, But he's like, the Super Bowl brings families together for everyone married. Hold your spouse close. Make sure they know how much you love and appreciate them, because there's always a skeet lurking in every dirty ass alley waiting to help destroy your family and walk around in Calvin Kleins around your children. I wish my wife was with me and our children sitting at the 50-yard line. Always remember, West was your biggest W. So what you just said, how he feel like, I'm Kanye West. That's what he's saying, that he was pretty much saying that he's the best thing that ever happened to her.
But I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go here.
Go.
Does he really think that? She looked at him, and I'm going to say allegedly, as a goddamn cash cow. She put it on the dotted line with them babies, had them babies, did what she needed to do, and move the fuck on. She knows she's gonna be paid for the rest of her life and the rest of them kids' life.
Yeah. And I mean, her net worth is not too much less than his anyway. I don't even think it was for the money. It's always with the Kardashians, it's always how it looks, the optics of things. So I'm not saying, again, I'm not a Kardashian fan. They get with whatever is hot. And if it's going to make their star rise just a little bit more, keep them relevant for just a little bit longer, they'll be with you. But the minute you start, Kanye?
He wasn't even hot when they got together. At least,
yes. Yeah, I think you misremembering. Kanye has been hot long before he got with her.
But I got that part. But I thought, from what you said, you made it seem like she got with him because he was hot. But how long they been together?
It's been what? Of togetherness or of marriage? I think it's been like 10 years of being together.
Oh, golly. I didn't know. Okay.
It's been a long time. It's not no short, but look at the children. So it's not no short amount of time.
That's true.
Ambria said, yes, Kanye is not adding any value or support to the situation at all. Luckily, his kids are young, so they might not see his ratchet online behavior.
Oh, they gonna see it when they get older. Somebody gonna make sure
this stuff lives on the internet. Yep, it's forever on the internet. If it's there, it's forever.
Somebody in the retweeted. I mean, you done bought a house across the street.
Kanye West is explaining his decision to buy a home across the street from his estranged wife, Kim Kardashian. The 44-year-old rapper revealed that he finds comfort from being with his children. Now, and this is a part of Tasha being messy, and I try to stay out of this part of shit. But do you remember when he was going through this kind of mental health decline that he was having? Because I'm gonna say it nice. I'm not gonna say it nasty like some other, other talking heads would do. He was in Wyoming. That's where he went. He left the family, walked away, and went to Wyoming. She went there to see about him. So even the optics there was her being the bigger person.
Supportive.
So if you get so much comfort from being with your children, when you were going through this thing, why did you leave your kids? If the children are what gives you that much comfort, why would you walk away from them for that amount of time? It doesn't make sense. So we're witnessing someone stalk and harass their ex in real time. That's what we're seeing right now. The media is playing it for jokes. People are laughing online, but this right here is not funny.
No,
He
by no
he's
means, because
yeah.
we've seen it how it plays out too many times, and it's not always good.
Right. Okay, what I got? Somebody, because this is also a problem that I think we're going to have with all of Kanye's shenanigans, is there's always going to be somebody who thinks that Kanye is an example of what a real man does. And they're going to take that example in their regular life, and they're not going to get a pass like Kanye does, because they don't have his esteem, they don't have his the money to get them out of these situations. But this is a person who posted his name was Everybody Hates Lists. He said that's what a real man does, fight for your family, yay. And Kanye, of course, reposted that, so that makes this person feel real special already, right? Then he says, thank you guys for your support of my family. My family means more to me than any other accomplishment in life. If anyone loves me and my family, if you see Skeet in real life, scream at the loser at the top of your lungs and say Kimye forever. So that's a directly sending your fan base after this boy.
This is my other thing. These have been a lot of threats. Why won't they cut him off of social media?
I don't know. I think that because the threats are so veiled, because you and I can see that they threats, but they're so veiled. He could say that, I told them to scream. I didn't tell them to hit him. He
You didn't
also
have to tell them to do anything.
Right. He also said, Dear Page 6, and he spelled Dear, Deer. God damn. Dear Page 6, I love my family. I love being at home with my kids. I'm not a bad man because I'm not a Democratic like 90% of Black celebrities. I love my wife. I love my children. And I love God. I'm an artist and I need to paint my children's future. Dear Page 6, I respect your profession, but I'm coming to get my family back. This is not a tirade. It's a prayer in Jesus' name. Amen. That actually sounds like a threat to me too. I'm coming to get my family back. That sounds like a threat to me too. So somebody asked him why, just in case we didn't realize that there was a reason that he types in all caps. Somebody asked him why. And he said, I've learned that using all caps makes people feel like I'm screaming at them. So basically all of these texts, the ones that are directed to Kim and Pete and everybody else, is because he can't call and physically scream at them. So he gonna scream at them this way. And she knows him well enough to know that he's trying to intimidate her when he types in all caps. You know what I mean? Anyway, he said, I'm working on my communication.
Block him or something.
Yeah, but that's your kid's father. He said, I'm working on my communication. I could benefit from a team of creative professionals, organizers, mobilizers, and community leaders. Thank everybody for supporting me. I know sharing screenshots was jarring and came off as harassing Kim. Yeah. And then he said, I take accountability. I'm still learning in real time. I don't have all the answers. To be a good leader is to be a good listener. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but he's like, I know this came off as harassing Kim, but you still did it. What? Give me something. Give me some blowback. Give me something, D.
We I can't give you nothing. I just need him to stop. I need her to block him. I don't care if that is her kid's dad. Probably gonna piss him off more, but
Exactly.
like you you waking up to this every single day, all day, all day.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep. That's her reality is this. And is one more little angle to this story.
another one. I'm like
And
DJ Callie.
this one ain't him though. Um, there are people who were talking about the girlfriend, his girlfriend, the young lady that he's supposed to be.
Somebody told me they're not together anymore.
Well, there you have it.
After the
And
roses thing. I don't know where I heard that at.
so there is not only are they not together, and I gotta
That she returning them bags.
I wouldn't return shit.
Them
Look,
ugly
now
bags.
I don't like the bags, but I wouldn't give back nothing. But there was a outlet that was reporting that she was in tears. She was at the airport by herself. The new chick, Julia Fox. She was at the airport by herself, and she was in tears because they broke up. I'm going to look at her statement after this. I'm going to pick up some of these comments because I don't want them to. I don't want them to.
She got the nerve to be crying. Shit, you knew what you walked into.
Well, wait a minute, because you just a second. It says, "What does taking accountability mean to him? What will it mean to her?" Right. And also, Naisha says that despite it being on the list, that I should continue giving her extravagant gift. But you know what? You and your lady have been together for some time. You're supposed to shower her. Now, if she breaks up with you, or you break up with her, and you move one way and she moves another, and every day you come home and it's a gift sitting on the porch, I'd be concerned about that. That would be something to be concerned about, simply because now you're basically, first you're telling me you know where to find me. I don't like shit like that. But then second, it's like, again, going back to the love bombing. We had these tensions, we broke up, so there was the eruption, but now you're going to tell me that everything is going to be different in the future, and then you're going to love bomb me. And that is classic an abuse tactic. That's a classic tactic that people use when they just want to get back in so they can start this cycle all over again. They might not know that's what they're going to do, but an abuser always returns to their same little MO. And it's so sad that you can pinpoint that this is not just one abusive person who does this. This is a trait of most abusers. It's crazy. It's how you know that it is a mental health issue, because too many people do the exact same things. I'm going to share, unless you got something to add, D, to that little tirade, I guess. I am going to I'm going to share her little.
Anything. I'm waiting to my comments to see what you got to say about this girlfriend or ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, what she had to say when they were talking about that she was crying and all this stuff. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to share that.
Because I guess I'm about to be brutal.
But I mean, if we really want to get messy, I can tell you what Azalea Banks said right behind that. But but first, let's share what Julia Fox said. Julia Fox said, "Y'all would love if I was so upset. The media would love to paint a picture of me, a sad, lonely woman crying on a plane by myself, but it's not true. Why not see me for what I am, which is a number one hustler? I came up, y'all, and not only that, but Kanye and I are on good terms. I have love for him, but I wasn't in love with the man. Jesus Christ, what do you guys think? I'm 12 years old. And for the record, The only time I cried in 2022 was on February 6th, which was on my dead best friend's birthday. Anyway, if you want the full tea, you're going to have to buy the book when it comes out.
Exactly what I said.
Thoughts?
Exactly what I thought. That's what I'm saying. Like she knew what she was doing. So if that from now you just put that up there about her crying, when they caught her crying, it probably was because of her best friend. Is that what we're saying? Okay.
No, because that was on February 6th, but they were talking about she was crying on February 13th.
Oh.
So yeah,
my thing is she told you exactly what it was, and that's exactly what I thought it was. You know, this man is getting ready to go through a divorce or whatever. I mean, this is just my opinion. I wouldn't have went nowhere near him.
Mm-hmm.
If he was single, I wouldn't have went nowhere near him because this is what I'm saying. People going through these things unnecessarily. She went in there knowing what was going on. She knew what she was trying to do. She got what she got what she wanted, and then she been told you.
And she's going to write a book because the money, the coming up with the purses and all that shit, that ain't shit. The money from that book gonna be everything.
And not your dumb butt out here. You over it, and who knows what you done said to her in private that's gonna come out in this damn book.
Yep.
So now he should feel like an ass, a bigger ass than he should feel already, because you over here stalking this Kim and her new boyfriend, and you done did all your dirt. You done bought all these purses, these ugly ass purses for these girls and this girl, and it was a come up. So I'm wondering, okay, it was a come up for her. Was it just a thing where he was just trying to make Kim jealous to see if Kim was gonna get jealous?
And I'm gonna tell you how I know for certain he was just trying to make that girl jealous. Even though, you know, again, I don't propose to be in these people's homes or in their lives, but they put every damn thing on social media. So how I know is because they went out somewhere, Kanye and his Julia lady, and he had clothes delivered to her hotel room that he wanted her to wear. And you already know
stuff
that Kim would wear.
Yeah.
You know, he was just trying to, the girl, first of all, she doesn't bear a striking resemblance, but she looks similar to Kim. That's first and foremost. Then you dress her up like Kim. That's the second thing. And then everything you're doing real publicly. He didn't have to, I bet you we don't know what Pete Davidson bought Kim for Valentine's Day, but we know that Kanye went out and bought all these damn purses for
coats and roses.
Yeah.
And another thing, you know, when you have somebody that is sending you gifts, I know I love a good gift. I love the possibility of what's in that box. But you have to start saying, you know what? Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah, it's something attached to this gift.
Yeah.
There's something attached. You're going to want something. It's not just I'm being kind.
Yeah.
Some people are being kind. You know the difference too.
Yeah.
Some people are being kind. Other people are using this as some form of leverage. And again, that's what Kanye is doing. He's doing this. He used that girl, but she used him too. And I'm gonna pick up 2 comments, and then I'm gonna tell you what Azalea Banks said.
I think maybe he playing this, her and him playing this, and then she talking about they on good terms. We gonna see what good terms when this book come out.
Yep,
y'all gonna be on.
Angus said the last thing a narcissist can do is admit wrongdoing. It's the end of their world. Any expression of guilt is like that too. He said some plastic surgery will help her look more like Kim. Yeah, because Kim don't look like Kim no more. So
oh Lord, you sound like you sound like DR Cole on his special. He was like, Nicki Minaj don't look like Nicki Minaj.
That's sad, but it is true. It's true.
It is.
Okay, so you know Azalea Banks jumps in every now and then damn near all the time. And
Who is this? Who is this woman that you
Azalea
talking about?
Banks is a R&B. I believe she's R&B. I don't think she raps,
Okay.
but she always got a take. And let me tell you, sometimes her takes are horrible. This, of course, was funny because she's coming for this Julia chick, everything that she just said. So she said, "We already know the T, fool." No, she called her Fulia. "We already know the T, Fulia. You came to Miami looking for sex work. Same lawyer was in contact with Ye, and it was a weak PR stunt from the jump, just like you just said. What did you hustle him for? A bag and some lotions? You absolutely did not come up, because if this is how women who always date billionaires behave when shit goes south, threatening tell-all books, you could kiss your days as a low-rate escort goodbye, sis. The things you have made public in regards to your drug abuse, shit, he probably had no clue about that from the beginning. You are not what he needs associating with him in any custody battle that may arise in court during divorce proceedings. Gosh, you're a liability. Let me read it over here because I can't see.
I know.
She
I'm
said,
like, ooh.
"You're a liability." Nope, I can see it better over here. You're a liability. Where to go? The fact that you thought he'd pick you over his children just reeks of entitlement, a lack of any real motherly instinct, and proves that you are in fact a woman child. We won't be
Oh,
purchasing
woman
your book.
child.
I wouldn't write it if I were you. It'll make you look racist and bitter. You are not Corinne Steffen's level of legendary. You already told your secret, sis. It's over. She always got something to say. She always eats somebody up. But yeah, that is, oops, sorry, forgetting about you. That is Azalea's take on things. You got any other thoughts?
I just, like I said before, I just hope that they can get this thing settled and it doesn't become ugly. Nobody gets hurt. Yep. And maybe he just come to his senses. Somebody talk to him. Jay-Z, somebody talk to him.
But he burned a lot of bridges. Yeah. Even though I think that they're realizing that, that really wasn't him. That was the mental illness. And Genius. Y'all know that came out on Netflix. The first episode has dropped of that of that docu-series. Mm-hmm. So they were saying that it's not only the mental illness, and he's deeply depressed. They said that he actually had been suicidal at times, and that he is of course bipolar. We knew that, the bipolar disorder, the depression, and he's addicted to something. He has some type of addiction. I don't know what the addiction is.
I wonder if this is painkillers from. I wonder if the reconstructive surgery that he had all those years ago after he had what the accident. I don't even remember what kind of accident. Car accident. I wonder if does he still feel pain from that? I'm wondering, like, maybe in that car accident, did that trigger something, being hit and your head moving around and being banged like that? I'm wondering. And that just came to me because it's getting worse and worse. I'm like, is he even on his bipolar medicine?
I don't think so. He could very well be one of those people because he seems to be trying to use religion. He only when it's beneficial to him. Mm-hmm. So he might think that he's one of those people. If I could pray it away. Angus said, "Can we get Trump to give him a talking to?" Wait, do not add gasoline to the dumpster fire. Never mind.
Yeah, please don't.
Yep.
It was enough when they got together and he was doing. Oh God. Don't do that.
Right after you said that crazy slavery was a choice shit. Now you get an invitation to the White House. Lord have mercy.
Ooh.
Okay, so let me get the
Wow, I
text.
can honestly say you put some slides together on this one. You was on a roll.
I didn't have to do nothing, but the
Click and
work was
paste.
done for me. Yes, the work was done for me. It's so sad. Hey, one thing I didn't mention. Remember, did you realize sideline reporter Michelle Tafoya, the chick from the NFL on the sideline?
Uh-huh.
You know that she retired. That was her last game.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel? Anything?
I don't know her enough or have heard anything about her. So some telling me that you have.
That's the chick from yeah. She been out on the sidelines for a long time, but her next phase is what was interesting to me, and she is going to be co-chairman of one of 7 GOP candidates running against incumbent Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. So she is going to be working on that campaign. She is moving into politics.
Mm.
And I'm
What's
like,
her name again?
Michelle Tafoya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she said she was ready to try other things. She was not as free doing her Sunday night football stuff. She was not as free to be as vocal about world events that she was concerned about. It was not because she was told to shut up. She wants to be very clear about that, but she knew that she could not have, she couldn't speak her truth.
Wait a minute. Was this the woman that was on The View?
Yes. Yes.
Girl, bye. She. Ooh.
And let me tell you, see, this is like until a person opens their mouth and tells you and I don't care about political leanings because I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican. So I could care less about either one of those gangs. But I would have only judged her simply by the job that she did on the sidelines, which is something that I have always appreciated. She has done to me an outstanding job on the sidelines. But now we're going to hear about her politics.
And look, I already know it's going to be a damn mess because she was on The View and she was talking about Colin Kaepernick and
I can say it now. I can say it over here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and she was not received very well on The View, and she didn't appreciate it. And I kind of want to say she probably was like, yeah, I see why Megan left.
Megan held her own because look, I feel like even if you disagree politically, you should still be able to if you want to hold a conversation with each other about this stuff, you should still be able, again, to agree to disagree and keep it moving.
Yeah, but she's not even open to hearing the experience of someone and them telling them what's going on. That's the whole problem. She's like, oh, he got his Nike deal, he got this, that, and the other. He's fine. It shouldn't be a problem anymore. Then you're missing the whole freaking point. And when you can't even sympathize with what another person goes through, that tells me that you are a one-track mind person, and only what you think is what is evident.
Right. To her, the only thing that he could possibly have wanted was some money. He got the money. He got a shoe deal. He got the money. Why are we still talking about him? Because it obviously was never about the money. But that's where your head is.
Yeah.
Because that's what they live and die by is the almighty dollar.
He had a foundation that was still going all this time. The man saved his money. And at no point did you see him begging for anything other than
Right.
the game that he
Get my
loves.
job back. Right. Well, speaking of The View, Whoopi Goldberg returned after her
Yeah, I
2 week
didn't watch it
suspension.
none while she was gone. I was boycott.
And she said we're going to keep having these tough kind of discussions, conversations. And, you know, again, I am not a View. I don't get up to watch The View. If I'm up, that means I've been up all night and I'm not trying to watch The View. But she says she's back. You're going to keep having conversations, the tough conversations, in part because this is what we've been hired to do. It's not always pretty. And as she said, it is not always as other people would like to hear. But she also said it is an honor to sit at this table and to be able to have these conversations because they are important. They are important to us as a nation and to us more as a human entity. So basically, she accepted her punishment. She served a little suspension, and she came back and say, "This is what we do here. We have these types of conversations, and we're gonna keep doing it."
Yeah.
I can dig that.
Yeah, she not crying about it. Oh, woe is me.
Right.
You know, she took the punishment. This is the thing why we're so divided as freaking people is because there are genuine misunderstandings of each other.
Right.
And where the hell can we come together and have a conversation about it?
We can't, yeah. It's almost like you got to be afraid to make a mistake, to say the wrong thing, to everybody is on pins and needles.
Yeah.
I honestly think that it should be an opportunity, at least as long as you're not saying something egregious.
Yeah.
You know, but
what she said wasn't
an opportunity.
egregious.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to learn something.
It was a teaching moment. That's when they should have had a teaching moment and then made them understand. Hell, we explaining all the damn time. So why couldn't somebody take the time to say, hey, no, maybe you misunderstood. Let's talk about it a little bit more on sideline. And then that's when you come, you be like, oh, I didn't look at it like that. It's a freaking teaching moment. Everybody don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? We as Black people, we keep learning more and more. Now we got them don't want to celebrate Black History Month. Well, why does it have to be Black Future Month? I got on a whole nother tirade. I'm so sorry.
No, it doesn't bother me.
Because T-Pain was like, why do we call it Black History Month? And why we can't call it Black Future Month or something like that? And I'm like, why can't both of them exist?
Exactly.
Because we don't.
Why do we have to relegate this to a month any damn way?
That's true too. But this is whatever they've given, however it came to be. But why can't it be both? Why can't we learn our past? Because we don't know it. It's been taken. So the more we learn, and then we got people still making history for the future.
Well, let's
our first bobsled girl, Black girl won.
Yeah. So,
I hated that in 2022 it's the first Black person, the first Asian person. I hated the first woman. I hate that. But it's
and then we talk about set up. Why shouldn't we have a Black History Month? And you just think about this quote. A person who doesn't know their history is doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
So Black history is Black future. In fact, history can show us. We saw the makings of a political, and now I'm talking politics, but again, please don't get it twisted. I will come for Democrats. I will come for Republicans.
Whoever's wrong, you're wrong.
No, both of them parties is filthy. You know, if I have to choose the lesser of two evils, I feel like that's a whole different. That's a world we shouldn't live in. But here we are. So we saw what could have turned into an entire coup. We have watched this exact same set of circumstances happen on foreign soils, and we didn't recognize it as a nation when it was happening right here, because we have forgotten our history. We have forgotten the history of even others. All of these things can be prevented if we would, instead of trying to block history or say this particular avenue of learning is wrong, or if this avenue of if these books need to be banned, or we can't teach this subject. Instead of doing that, we need to devour everything. And if they tell you a book is banned, you need to buy the book. You need to buy the fucking book. And if they tell you, oh, we don't want to teach this, you need to dig up everything you can find and learn about that, because there's a reason they don't want you to know it.
It's the reason. If they're fighting so hard for all these different things, the critical race theory, I'm bringing it in there, abortion, voting rights. If they're fighting so damn hard for these things, but they can't fight for the damn school to be funded properly,
or to not have freaking guns.
Yeah.
How about that? Fight hard to keep the children in the schools alive. If you're so concerned about what they're learning in school, what they're learning in school is how to be prepared for one of their classmates. One of their classmates, somebody that you know, walk by in the hallway. You got to prepare for when one of them lose their mind and come in there and start shooting. Yeah. That's what you want your kids to learn in school. You cool with that?
These kids are in fear of going to school. I never feared going to school. I
didn't like when we used to have to do, like, the shit that we would have to worry about was a damn tornado drill. We had to get down on the floor and cover our head. A tornado drill. That was my biggest worry at school. Is if it wasn't no drills scheduled, and we sitting in the hallway with our hands, I'm like, I'm scared.
These kids got to worry about walking to school. Walking to school. They have to worry about getting there safely and being safe while they're there. And then walking home.
Reinhardt said, like I said, Tasha and Dee, I'm still upset that they suspended that young girl because she tested positive for marijuana, and then the chick from Russia tested positive for a banned substance that is a performance-enhancing drug.
Reinhardt,
and they're still allowing her to compete.
And the commentators that were doing the Winter Olympics, I can't remember their names, but they used to be figure skaters. They were so upset.
I'm going to tell you, I think we're blaming the wrong entity, though, because Sha'Carri Richardson, her situation was a U.S. situation. The U.S. Anti-Doping Agency is who suspended her, said she couldn't go to, she couldn't perform in the Olympics. So that's an in-house thing. And that comes back to, it could very well be racism. She did not follow the rule.
Right.
We got to say that,
right.
She did break the rule. But then the people over in Russia are like, oh no, we standing behind our athlete. That was the difference. The United States were like, we're not co-signing our athlete, but Russia was like, oh yeah, we co-signing ours because she's gonna win. So that is why I think it's different. The only reason I think it's different.
So you mean to say that America has, they have nothing to do with voting or anything, her to not be able to participate?
Well, even if they did, because I'm pretty sure they have some type of council for figure skating that will hear these kinds of cases. But even if they did, how many votes does America have?
And those other countries are banding together.
Probably the other countries probably were like, fine, let her go. And America, if they did dissent, America is one country. Now over here, all we got is America. So when Sha'Carri Richardson got in her problem, she faced an American judiciary for her situation. Yep. Angus said it's a rope-a-dope talking about politics. Watch this trivial made-up issue over here so you don't come after our money over there. And they all go to the same bank. Democrats, Republicans, they all run into the same bank. It's a racket, and I don't particularly, I would rather vote for a person and not a party.
They just had a recall.
Go ahead and read it.
They just had a recall on San Francisco school board, and 3 people were removed because they're laying down the foundations to scat altering history.
They're laying down foundations that are altering history. I think that maybe that's what he's trying to say. Well, good. Or are you saying they removed some people that we would want to be there and replace them with others that are just like, the end all be all is if white, black, Hispanic, whomever you are, number one, be proud of your heritage, whoever you are. But if you want your kids and your grandchildren and any little person in your life to know about critical race theory or these banned books, the truth about the Holocaust, the truth about slavery, you might have to be willing to teach them yourself, to come up with that type of curriculum yourself. Angus, you said y'all had earthquake drills. Dad, that's some different shit. West Coast.
Yes. Woo.
Reinhardt said they've already started their taking over school boards around the country, saying if you teach anything about slavery, you could be offending somebody else. Yeah, they're using that.
Yeah, you don't want to make the other person feel guilty for being the race that they are.
Right. You didn't do this. But again, if you don't know that this was a thing that happened, it can repeat itself.
Yeah.
It can happen again.
Ooh.
Yeah, Angus, you're right. The difference there is that Russia was leaning on the Olympics to let it slide, and the U.S. did not defend their athlete. Yep, they did nothing. They didn't defend the athlete. And I think the girl should have been able to run. Please do not get it twisted, because after I eat a gummy, I'm not trying to go out and run no freaking 100-meter dash. If that girl was still being able, right. If that girl was still able to perform at a high level, then she should have been able to go out and perform, because that is not a performance.
They act like she went up under the bleachers and smoked it right. You know what I'm saying? Right. It was way before, and I get it. I get the rules and stuff.
After the Olympic trials, though, she shouldn't have done that. I'm still upset at her for doing it, but I understand. This
young girl is taking this stuff actively every day. That's banned.
You preaching to the choir, because we don't know. Okay, I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound real ugly. I don't know. Huh?
Go ahead. I know what you're going to say.
I don't know if the weed is what the real issue is with Sha'Carri. Oh, I don't know if I think that I'm about to get drug tested, so I smoke some weed to mask something else. You get what I'm saying? So that if I smoke this weed, because remember, this girl was running damn near 10.7s. She was running real fast times. And then when she came off of suspension, you saw how slow that shit was. Was she taking performance enhancing drugs? We'll never know. But if it was only weed, if weed doesn't mask this or some type of performance enhancing drug, then the United States should have been behind her. But if it wasn't weed and that they just said, oh, we caught her for smoking weed, then they were protecting her. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't particularly know what her situation. She was performing at such a high level. Remember, even at my daddy's funeral, that's when we sat and we talked about this the times that she was running was crazy. And then right after the Olympics, when she had to run against those Jamaican women, she looked like she was standing still.
Yeah. I'm wondering because I'm like I'm thinking, I'm wondering, can marijuana mask something like that you've been taking for a while? Because, and it's not like a list of things that, because usually when you take a drug test, it gives you a list of things that you have been doing.
Okay, so what if?
So I'm googling it.
This is not because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if I tell you, D, you've tested positive for marijuana, even though I know that you've been taking oxycontin or something else. I'm saying the lesser of things, hoping that you can get pushed through. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying.
She won't get completely banned from the sport.
Gotcha.
She will just get that suspension. Reinhardt said, now the person in charge is the mayor, and he's going to put people in there who are going to vote for things the way he wants them to, probably not the way we would want them to. And that's in San Francisco. If you're listening from San Francisco, then I'm gonna tell you, like, get involved with your local politics. If you don't want this type of thing going on in your municipality, you need to get involved. Your local politics, your voice means a whole hell of a lot more locally than it does even nationally. So get involved with your local politics. Rick said, did I miss the Kanye issue? Yes, we talked about Kanye for about an hour or two. I'm really feeling for the man. He's a grieving man who is missing his kids and a dream he has. You wouldn't like my take on this whole situation, Rick, because I don't see it that way. I see him as being a control freak and a narcissist and a person who, for lack of, I'm going back to the same statement that I made. Like, if I can't have you, nobody will. That's the way I feel that he's acting. He hasn't risen to the point of violence, and I hope it doesn't go there, but he is certainly making it very hard. If he runs off this boyfriend of Kim's, he'll know that this type of campaign works.
Yep.
But hello, sir.
Hello. He's gonna continue to do it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how he got so much energy. God. I mean, it takes energy to do these things.
Right, to be up all night.
He like Trump all damn night, up tweeting 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I wouldn't make a good stalker because I'd get caught. I'd be asleep. I would not be on the job. I'd be the laziest stalker in the world.
Gosh, right.
So Angus says THC is not performance enhancing except in mild pain killing. It's far more detrimental to performance than it helps.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Why was weed the issue? If weed should have made you run slower, maybe just a step or two, but it should have made you run slower. Rick got something else, and I take my glasses off. I don't know why I take them off.
You. The girl from Russia has a medical condition that they say the committee is looking into it. If it comes back that the drug shouldn't be there, they can remove any award she gets. We're gonna see. And then I think weren't they talking about? I think I heard something because I've been doing this whole workout thing. So I be sleep when the news come on and half sleep when it is on. So didn't someone say that another argument was that she was 15 and she doesn't know what they're giving her. She just takes what her coach.
because I haven't followed nothing about this Olympics. If the story jumps out, then I know about it, but I didn't go into it. Yeah,
Okay.
I couldn't make no comment, no guess on why it was okay. Even though, like Rick was saying, they let her stay in or investigating her medical history if she
Mm-hmm.
has a reason, because I think this thing is for something with your heart.
Yeah.
It's some type of heart medication. So if she
Mm-hmm.
really has a heart defect, then she would need this medication. But if not, then well, she
It's
won't.
it's just that it's banned because it can give you more, I'm guessing, endurance.
Yeah, but
So
what would
they
you
need to give
do?
us some more medicine. Something.
What's up, my sis? How
Hey,
goes it
Fifi.
today? Okay, so Angus said the Russian skater had 3 heart meds in her blood, and I
Wow.
don't know. You know, we do have our in-house expert on heart medications. I don't know if she's active right now because she's in the hospital. Lysandra is
Uh-huh.
in the hospital, so I don't know if she's around where she could say 3 heart meds are a little excessive, especially for a 15-year-old. That's a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we've already run down the Kanye thing, but you are welcome, Rick, to watch, go back and watch the rebroadcast. And if you feel some type of way, I'm gonna put my email address on the bottom of the screen, and you can hit me up and let me know what you're thinking about it. But I don't think I'm gonna agree. I really don't. Rick
Now
says
this
he
is
doesn't know
interesting.
too many 15-year-olds that don't have energy naturally. It's one thing to have energy, but
The
it's something
endurance
different to have the endurance to compete
to jump up like that.
at that level. Yeah. I didn't even play uh at the highest at the highest level of basketball. And if I would have taken something that gives me endurance, I would have been just that much, I would have been just that much more dangerous on the court. So yeah.
It's just for a 15-year-old to be taking 3 medications. I'm just like, I'm thinking about the side effects. And then you up, is it safe for you to be jumping on ice?
If and I
We'll
would say,
see.
yeah,
We'll
if
see.
this is something that she has, if she had this condition while she was training, then that it would be second nature to her body. But if this is just some shit, a regimen that just started, there's a problem. You shouldn't have that many heart meds that you have just started, and
Oh,
we don't know how that would affect.
you here see what Angus put?
He said he takes 2 heart meds. One of them is a beta blocker. Beta blockers work wonders. Sandra's in this thing too, and uh, Angus said he's been living with congestive heart failure for near 2 decades. You have that in common with Lysandra. uh, he said we know from that Netflix doc that Russia was playing dirty. Yeah, and they, they've done little stuff here and there over time, and let's not get it twisted. We know we had our track and field scandal as well in years past. So
Mm-hmm. What was her
it's
name?
almost like it ain't just one. Marion Jones and
That's
that
what I was
whole
thinking,
little clique.
Marion Jones.
Yeah,
Her husband told on her.
that
Jesus Christ.
whole little clique had performance enhancing drugs. And this is me, of course, being a hater, but I wouldn't be surprised if we find out that those the Bahamian women, the 3 that are out here running damn near FloJo times, I wouldn't be surprised if we find out that there is something going on there too. Can't say
They
for
probably had
sure.
some undetected stuff
Exactly.
from
Be- because
their
the stuff
homeland.
that Marion Jones and them was using was undetected at first. So yeah. Reinhardt said, "Life is weird every day." This is true.
Unfortunately, it is.
Yeah, this
You
is
never know what you're gonna get.
Yep, life is like a box of chocolates. Oh gosh, you never know.
Oh my God.
So
Oh
let me
my
see, what else
goodness.
did we have in here? We talked about Michelle Tafoya. And did we talked about Whoopi Goldberg, Super Bowl ads. We talked about the game. Did you know Trevor Noah had India Ari? He had an interview with her about her situation with
Oh,
pulling her music off of Spotify.
I like both of them. I love her. I love Trevor Noah too
Well,
because he's just so funny.
they had a very long conversation. I think it was an entire episode was devoted to that conversation that he had
On his
with
show,
yeah,
what's the name? Something Tonight,
the Daily Show.
The Daily Show. I'm gonna watch that Daily Show.
Yeah. Um and in regular India Ari fashion, she did not hold back. She said that she thought, among other things, that she believes Joe Rogan is consciously racist. Of course, that is the comment that a lot of the right wing kind of news sources led with, because of course you want to lead with a black lady calling a white guy racist. She said also, though, I think he was saying it because it got a rise out of people. That's why he would say it. He knew that it was inappropriate, and I think the fact that he did it repeatedly, it was conscious, and I think that is being racist. It makes me wonder what he talks about behind closed doors. She added at another point during the interview. Um, she also said, I don't think being a racist makes you a bad person necessarily. Yeah, you could be a fantastic person and you don't like other races. And you feel very strongly about that. It makes you a person who was raised in our society, the society that we're in. But yeah, she said that because he has such a large listenership, that it will embolden his fans to do the things that he's doing. We talked about that with Kanye even. It'll embolden the fans to do what he's doing, and then they out here in the real world. It might turn into something. You know what I mean? You don't want that.
I like that she's unapologetic and she tells her truth. I like that about her.
Mm-hmm.
She's been doing it for the longest in her music.
You gonna tell Clarence you're disappointed he hasn't pulled his podcast off of Spotify. Well, be disappointed in Barack Obama and Michelle Obama as well. Now, when their contract is up, they say they're gonna pull their stuff off. But that's something that you might have to tell Clarence, because I feel like Clarence and his team, again, Clarence is a part of a team. He's not the only person on that podcast. If it was the Clarence show, then I'd be like, okay, Clarence. But you have other people with differing opinions. And because they can sit down and talk about Star Trek without talking about that other stuff, and that's what they come together and have something out there that is better than what Joe Rogan is putting out there, or an alternative. Because if he's the only show on Spotify, guess what? He's the only show in town. I don't want to. I don't no. I will not tell Clarence that. Oh gosh. Rick says, okay, read it. You want to go?
You two, you two should check into getting a Discord
channel.
All right. Set up might help build your community base. Just a suggestion. I'm going to have to call it a night. Have a good evening, ladies. You have a good evening as well.
Thank you, Rick. Yeah, we appreciate that suggestion. And thank you for joining us tonight. Reinhardt said he trying to get his stuff on there so he can pull it off. Oh gosh.
Reinhardt, you are hilarious.
Rick said we live among good and evil, and no race has either on lock. A person's skin color has nothing to do with hearts and minds. To be fair birds of a feather, to flock together. Only time will fix and heal us.
Hell, it's a lot of time. Lots of time.
This boy say, he say, you know I love Clarence. I'm just kidding. He's the only other famous person I know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh, yep. Look, I hope Clarence don't listen to that later because it sounded like I was about to like, you know how I come from my friends though now. You don't come from my friends. I went into a whole mode, and he my friend Reinhardt, my friend too. So shoot, see how I come for you. If somebody was saying something that I didn't like about you, Reinhardt, I'd probably do the same thing. So shucks. What else? So we talked about the India Ari thing. But yeah, that's out there for you to consume if you are looking forward to seeing what else she had to say besides that about the situation.
Yes.
And I'm trying to think, is there anything else I got here?
I won.
Hmm?
I just dropped some stuff in there.
And where? Oh. Oh, that's the
I
girl.
want to
You
know.
get go ahead.
I don't understand. Well, I guess maybe it was like no gag orders or something, maybe, because this was kept under wraps. I hadn't heard anything about this. So the Dallas Cowboys in 2016. Oh wait, so they already paid.
Mhm.
Okay, paid $2.4 million in settlements to cheerleaders over a 2015 incident in which a top executive was accused of being in their locker room with his cell phone out while they were undressing. While they undressed. A person familiar with the matter said the team confirmed that investigated the episode and reached a settlement. The allegations were made against Rich Dalrymple, the club's longtime senior vice president for public relations. He worked for public relations and communications, who was a top lieutenant for the Cowboys team. I tell you, I thought that this was just a thing till I pulled it up. They did not say that on the news. I'm just like, they said it was 4 cheerleaders on the news. What's your thought? What's your thoughts on this, Tasha? Because I think this man, this has resigned as well. And he's saying that he did nothing wrong.
Of course, he's gonna say he did nothing wrong, but there was a reason that got paid out.
Right.
There was something that, I'll put it like this: as much power as women have begun to kind of grab in this society, a rich white dude. I'm sorry, we can actually say a rich man, period, in a lot of cases, but definitely a rich white dude. If it wasn't any evidence, he would not have been. And you can bet he was asked to step aside. He wouldn't have been asked to step aside.
Yeah, I'm just like, really? I'm like, it just gets it every day is something.
I think we're still going on to this thing. Reinhardt was saying, on a serious note, I did like what someone said earlier today. It might have been Corey, and he said that you know how people always dismiss when other people get upset about something, but the moment somebody says something about something they like, then they go off. Moment ago, they were telling everybody else they were being too sensitive. He said, "You sorry, you should have put LOL after that because I know you can't hear sarcasm in the chat." Yeah, give me a sign.
You sign.
Yeah, give me a sign when you playing with me.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
tell him. I'm not telling him that. You tell him. You know how much I love Clarence and his team over there at Discussing Track.
Yes.
Mm-mm-mm.
And I wanted to say congratulations to Callie Humphreys and Elaine Myers Taylor. They Callie, she won the gold for one person bobsledding, and Elena, she won silver. And they had a wonderful story. So Callie just got her citizenship. She was living in Canada, I believe, and she just
Okay.
got her citizenship in the United States. And she just got, I think, engaged. I remember I heard them saying. Wonderful story. And then Elena Myers Taylor, this woman, she had got to the Olympics and she had to isolate in her hotel room and train because she had COVID-19.
Oh.
And she trained, and she just, I think their son is like 1 year old. She just,
Okay.
no, maybe he's 9 months. Is he 9 months? I think he's 9 months old. And she has had a baby. She had to isolate with the COVID-19, and she won silver for the
Good
one
for
person
her.
bobsledding. So kudos to those ladies.
Yeah. Good for them. Look, and I got
Yes.
something I had forgotten about to tell because this was what's her name? Why am I hitting what's her name? Lysandra. Talking about the doggone Wonder Twins from Super Friends. Wonder Twin
Uh-huh.
powers activate.
Activate.
You know they making a movie of the Wonder
I
Damn
want to
Twins.
see this. I want to see how they going.
I'm gonna see it too. Yeah.
I want to see how they gonna do this, activating into ice buckets and whatever else they
Yeah.
was.
And that's always the first thing I say. Form of a damn ice bucket.
Oh, I'm
Shape
here for
of
this one.
a dinosaur.
I'm here for this one, Lysandra. Oh man.
Oh God. Zan and Jada were first introduced in the all new Super Friends hour. They wasn't even introduced in the comic books initially. And I guess they got a little popular, and now we're getting some Wonder Twin power activate a movie. It's gonna be written by the same person who did Black Adam as well. So we'll know kind of what we should be looking forward to when we see Black Adam. I just thought I'd share that because that's her people. She love them damn people. And Gleek the monkey. And I for a little while there, I was like, is Gleek the
Gonna
monkey
be
supposed to be
Bubbles.
Beast Boy? But he wasn't.
Bubbles gonna play it.
Who?
Bubbles gonna be the monkey.
Bubbles gotta earn his keep now, huh?
Is he even still alive?
I don't know. I doubt it seriously. Lysandra
Oh, here
said,
she
yes,
go.
yes, come on with that movie.
She gonna watch that 100 times a day. Good Lord.
Okay, so Angus is telling us that there were some gritty takes on the Wonder Twins in subsequent decades. Yeah, that first, you remember too, Angus. Wonder Twin powers activate. Form of an ice slide.
I was like, okay.
Oh.
All right, Wonder Twins.
Get right, I said. Any comic book or cartoon property, they're gonna make a movie now. They just grasping at anything. Yeah, I hope it would be.
Well, we haven't seen a Wonder Twins. The Wonder Twins does this consist of an original idea? Is this?
Technically, yeah. Technically, we can it might be what we could call a fucking original idea. Finally,
This is gonna go down the line.
oh, Right, I said Bubbles is alive. Bubbles is alive. In fact, Latoya visited him at a habitat he's at with no cute little chimps. He said he no cute little chimp no more. He's a fully grown chimp. And those are like small ass grown men with that strength.
Golly, he been around a minute.
Girl, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm trying to think, was it anything else before before I the other day? Nope, that was we talked about it. That was the the Star Trek movie. So I'm swinging it over to the chat if y'all got anything specific y'all want to talk about, or Davina.
Has anybody out there been watching The Secrets of Playboy?
I have
know
not
you.
now.
I
have
know
not.
you have not,
Right.
because I watched the other. Well,
Girl,
he
finish
was
your thought.
something else.
Finish your thought.
Girl, they talk this. So the fourth episode, because it's like the fourth week it's been on. So one of the girlfriends that was his girlfriend from 1970 some to 1982. It was like 5 years in there. So she went to the Playboy Mansion when she was 19. So she became his girlfriend when she was like 19. So now she's, kind of a recluse. She gets a little house off of nowhere, a couple of cats and stuff. And she's finally talking about, some things that went on and how he manipulated her to pick out other women and bring other people into the fold, into the bedroom, and do all kinds of strange things. And they were saying that like he just was never satisfied with the I guess sexual adventures or whatever. And he was bringing like animals into this.
Oh.
I was like, I got to go back and look at it again, because it was like 3 a.m. I couldn't go back to sleep, and I'm like, well, let me watch this new episode, and I could see why. I could see why it's a lot of things that he doesn't want. He wouldn't have wanted to come out, and how the family have like totally, after every episode, it's like, hey, the Playboy company has the does not have any affiliation. We're sad about what happened in the past, but this is the present, and we're working towards being a reputable company, with morals and all of those situations.
We're gonna be reputable with morals after decades of being debased and all the debauchery in the world. We're gonna be reputable and moral now.
And they make a point to put on there that, hey, the family is no longer affiliated with Playboy. I don't care how affiliated you are. That money went trickle down to you. You used it, so you still affiliated.
That is your entitlement.
It's your inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you. Wow. Tasha, have you ever going to get around to watching The Foundation? Oh, that was something they've been trying to get you to watch.
But it's on Apple TV Plus, and I already said I'm not about to get you. You already know I'm not getting no streaming service, because I can't even afford the ones I got at this point.
So on the note that we were talking about that Severance, and it came back on because it was on Apple TV. I'm gonna look and see how much this Apple TV is. I might have to, because I want to see the Severance. This Severance is like cutting your mind off of. So like when you go to work, and when you come home, work is not a thing anymore. You're focusing on home. And I'm like, well, shit, I needed that before I quit.
You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like it's it gives me
mind altering stuff.
Well, Elon Musk is coming out with a thing called Neuralink, and it is supposed to be something that you implant in your brain. They're doing they're doing trials on animals right now, and these animal rights groups are lighting Elon up because these animals are dying in these procedures, or they are. You would have to. It's a podcast I listen to, but they were talking about these chimps are starting to eat their fingers off and that kind of thing because they are self-mutilating because you've tampered with their brains. Now they want to do this to humans eventually. They want to get to the point where they're doing human trials, and this is supposed to if you've got head trauma, it's supposed to help there. If you have a bad memory, it's supposed to be able to take the stuff out of your head and put it on a computer or someplace like that. And I was thinking to myself, now they're going to make it sound real good, like this show that you were just describing. If I were Elon Musk's PR team, I'd be like, tired of coming home, you bringing work with you. Leave that bag behind. Get Neuralink, where you and your husband and you have some old couple hugged up on the couch. You and your husband can start your relationship anew. Yes, girl, you got to. You know that's the voice they would use. You can start your love anew with Neuralink. And it'll be
with the whole commercial.
Girl, yes, this is what we do. So now you go have this chip in your head so you can boo up with your husband after work. Instead of thinking about work, we're gonna shut that portion of our brain off, which sounds wonderful until you realize that if they can take stuff out because you are forgetful, they can put shit in. And that's the part of the issue I would have a problem with. I would have a problem with that.
Wow. So the Apple TV is not bad. It's $4.99.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't even have the already $80 a month that I'm using on streaming services right now.
You know, if I get it, I can give you the password and you can watch it. Wait a minute, it's a month for free? Wait.
That's why I'm saying I gotta wait for something that I really want to see because I want to take advantage of that free month. But
so it says share Apple TV Plus with your family. Try it free 1 month trial.
Oh, that's a whole month. I thought it was a week.
What it's saying is it says as a monthly subscription is $4.99 per month after a 7-day trial. And then it says share Apple TV Plus with your family. Try it free 1 month trial. How many streaming services are
you know what? Everybody used to call those common folk would refer to those as dirty books.
You talking about the one?
You might have been talking about Playboy.
Oh, maybe you talking about Playboy.
Yeah, I found like Black Mirror right there, straight up. Mr. Reinhardt, I don't know what you're saying to me, but I did understand, Angus. How many streaming services are we supposed to have? Man, they want you to have them all. Angus. And the thing is, there is like 1 or 2 shows on each one of them that that you might want to watch. I really have to think like which ones have the shows that I definitely have to watch. I know I got to keep Disney Plus. I know I have to keep Netflix has 80 movies this year. I got to keep Netflix and HBO Max. I love the shows. I think and Paramount Plus I have to have for Star Trek. So everything else is kind of, but there really isn't anything else over here. But I got Hulu, and YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the washroom real quick.
Okay.
Oops! Why did I make me big?
When I move down there, we're going to have everything, sis. What are you talking about moving, bun? And then Reinhardt, okay, I was talking about Playboy with the dirty book thing. And then you guys were talking about Elon Musk. So I wrote in that sounds like a Black Mirror. Okay. I don't know why we're getting a delay. Okay. Now that Black Mirror, anybody watch that? Because, well, I'm guessing you watched it, Ryan. How did you like it? Because I'm getting mixed views about it. Because I was gonna try to watch that too, but I think it's like a couple of episodes. I'm like, geez, not episodes, seasons. And Lusandra, when are you trying to move down here? So nobody wants to talk to me. Next year? Okay. So you gonna mute? You gonna? Well, I'm guessing you gonna move to Houston. I gotta set up some time to go up there to Houston to see Miss Tasha. Okay, Reinhardt. I'm gonna definitely put that on my to watch list. And now who has watched the Umbrella Academy? Because I've heard that's really good. Tasha said it's good. My mother said it was really good, and I know there's another season coming out. So I think it's like season 3, if I'm not mistaken. But are you sure you're gonna be moving next year? You moving by yourself? So Black Mirror. So nobody's seen Umbrella Academy? I saw the first season. It was a trip. Okay. Yeah, I got a lot of watching to do. Okay, Reinhardt. Okay, but what have you not watched, Lusandra? Lasandra, you need to get you a mic and stuff and be a guest on the show so you can give, your views on these different movies as well, because you watch a lot of shows. Now, I don't know why, y'all, but I've been on this Nigerian movie kick. They are like so hilarious, and they just show, show Black people in another light. Now I watched this one, and my husband's like, "Why did you watch that?" It's one called what is it, Daddy Chief. And then there's a part 2. You talking about hilarious, Bun? Have you seen that? It's on Netflix. Okay. Yes, that's what it's called. Okay. I'll tell you about Black Mirror in a nutshell. A lot of it is about technology, run amok, things that was supposed to make our lives better, but sometimes makes them worse. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to binge watch it. Well, I don't think I'm doing too much tomorrow. I'm gonna try to binge watch this tomorrow and see what's going on here on Black Mirror. All right, Miss Amy, you're here with a crazy theory. Let us have it. Tasha, oh wait, where'd she go?
Oh, did I scroll up on you?
Okay, no, this is one. Tasha and I go on trips. Found out they have people to work with my LVAD. It's on and popping. We there.
I say, well, that's good.
So Amy has some crazy theory. So go right ahead, Amy. And then Angus is saying Nigerian filmmakers are enthusiastic about their craft. Yes, they are. It's infectious. They're just so excited that they do it that it comes through the screen to us, the viewers. I'm there for that. I love these Nigerian movies. I'm just like, every time I get a chance, I'm watching one. And then Lusada says she's seen them all. Have you seen the Castle and Castle, Lusandra? Because I want to watch that one too. So Reinhardt said, "Oh, trust me, you're going to see episodes, and you don't think you know how it's going, and it's going to go a completely different way." Okay, he's talking about Black Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lysandra says, "I was typing so fast, I can go on the ships."
Oh, you can go on cruises
Well, that's good.
now.
Get a vacation. Now the thing is getting Sister Girl out to
I
go
was gonna say,
somewhere.
now this is yeah. This development has come a little too early for me. I'm still in my stages of I'm not going nowhere. Oh gosh, Amy says, I think I've cracked the code on the glowing figure in the trailer. It's neither Superior Iron Man nor Captain Marvel. I think it could be Blue Marvel. He happens to be a black Marvel super with very strong powers that also is super smart, so he could easily replace the spot of Black Panther among the Illuminati. Now, look, Amy, there was a picture that I saw that I thought somebody had photoshopped because when they enhanced it, it did look like a black male character. Is that what you saw, Amy? Let me know.
Where are we seeing this?
In the trailer for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah. That new trailer that came out for Super Bowl. We spent so
Oh no,
long so
y'all
much.
analyzing.
Uh-huh. We went so deep into that thing the other day.
Mm. I hate I missed that.
Oh, she was talking about the movie that you saw.
Castle and Castle.
Yeah, he enhanced it. He enhanced the image. Could be a black male. I thought that somebody was photoshopping because I saw it that way too. Now, if I were to, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find the same picture. I said I was gonna put my email address down here. So if y'all got these pictures or if you know where I can find it, send it to me. I'm putting my email address down there so y'all know it. Um, Blue Marvel fits really well with how smart he is. I'm about to because it would be a good red herring because we're all expecting.
Not a good
Um,
red herring. God dog it, Scooby Doo.
it would be a good, yes, it would, because we're expecting it to be something else. We're expecting anything but this black dude, the Blue Marvel. He is a living antimatter energy containment unit. His hair is black with gray streaks, eyes brown. Adam Brashear, physics professor, adventurer, and former Marine and All American football player, is a prominent hero from the 1960s known as the Blue Marvel. I don't know why I don't remember this character. He uses his skills and antimatter energy powers to fight villains and receives the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President John F. Kennedy, though he's forced into early retirement due to racial tensions after his costume was damaged and revealed him as a black man. though he reemerges in the modern age at the ready to use his powers again to defeat dangerous threats. Yeah, this cat. Yeah, this cat. I don't even remember him.
I think this is probably my first time hearing about him.
Um, I'm gonna have to read the entire biography of this character so I can get a little bit more familiar with them. But I will share a picture of what he looks like. The character himself. Let's see if I can find the word share. Yep, there it is. That's the Blue Marvel.
Yeah, I had Googled it. All right. Are those like wings or those just oh that's his cape?
It looks
Got
like
it.
there's something flowing behind him. Yeah.
Okay.
6'3", 240.
All right.
He is the blue bomber of battle, the magnificent master of might, the man of marvels, and he got a PhD in electrical engineering. He is a
All
catch
right now.
hunty
All right.
from Cornell. He is a catch hunty. So yeah, that is an awesome new theory to go along with it, because if I can find that picture, that I saw that somebody had blown up, and what was I looking up when I saw it? It wasn't Superior Iron Man. I think it might have been. Yeah, I don't remember. What was his name? Blue Marvel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he manipulation of magnetic fields, and he flies by manipulation of gravitones.
And they doing the fan casting, and you know what? If their fan casting is even close to being right, I'd be here for it. If we got John David Washington as this character, I would be here for it. Um, and his hands are blue. You are so right, Amy. It does. It really does look like it could be this character, because we were talking about when he powers up, his hands are blue, just like in the trailer. Um, Let me pick this comment up here. It'll be the perfect choice to replace Black Panther without having to cast another actor to play the character. Instead, put Blue Marvel, who is just as smart and has stronger powers. Okay, and then Angus is giving me, the publisher came to Jack Kirby and said they wanted to see more white people in Black Panther. Next issue, T'Challa beat up a whole mess of the KKK. That is what's up. I'm so glad. You want to see more white people in Black Panther? Here they are.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
But yeah, I do think that this could be a potential. If I can find the actual picture of excuse me. I can find that actual picture that we were comparing it to.
Sure, he's saying Shuri should be the next Black Panther.
I have been in complete agreement with that. I think it should go to Shuri, and then Shuri should possibly, if she doesn't want the mantle, it has to go to Shuri, you know. And if she doesn't want the mantle, she could choose a person of her choosing. Like, I've got the mantle, but I think I would better serve Wakanda by doing the science and all the stuff, that the tech that I've been into. How about I appoint this person? I feel like that would be the proper flow of power for the mantle of Black Panther. But if they don't want to do that, I'm gonna try to be down with whatever they do. But yes, Shuri is next in line. Why should we skip her in as far as how this thing is supposed to be passed down? Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Because it goes from, if somebody passes, the next person in line for the throne. Why would that be any different? It's a lot of people who are getting real upset about that, though. They want to see T'Challa be recast, and because they are doing a multiverse and they have
Mhm.
all these different versions of characters popping up from other universes, they could. That would be a perfect explanation for why this T'Challa looks different than that T'Challa. But if they don't want to go that route, let them tell the story that they want to tell and either like it or hate it, but give it a chance.
Mhm. I'm just ready for the movie.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Hopefully we don't get nothing else. Nothing else that'll knock it off the track.
Yeah, because these new dates be killing me. I'm like, really? I'm not gonna even go off on my tangent.
Well, because it's in like with Black Panther, I get it. There was a lot going on that production,
True.
and then the way the Marvel universe is set up, things have to happen in a certain order.
Hmm.
So if you pull one, if you move one thing, you got to move everything. So yeah, there's a few different reasons. I guess I can see it, but yeah, I was looking forward to seeing it earlier rather than later.
I'm look. You know I'm mad about John Wick. You know I was gonna say it
Yep.
because I don't understand. I don't see why it's even necessary. Waiting too long. We've been waiting too long.
Yep, they try to make sure that they ain't going up against nothing, and you don't know what's going to steal. You don't know what's going to come out. So the more you wait, the longer it'll be. The longer it'll be. I'm really. So okay. This is the picture
What you
that I was
found?
talking about. Um, let me share it. This is the one where it looks they've enhanced it, and it does appear to be uh, uh, an African American man.
His eyes are glowing. I get it. It's a strange.
And of course, I can't make it no bigger. But that to me, let me make it bigger like that.
Now he kind of looks like what was that with the man? Was that Avengers where the scientist's son was in an accident
No,
and
that's the DC comics. I think you're talking about Justice League, right?
I don't know.
Cyborg.
Yeah, that's who that
Yeah.
kind of sort of, but then both eyes. Yeah, I take that back.
You said that might be Kang, but you hope not. I hope not either. But I remember that was one of my things. How many freaking Kang variants would be in the MCU now if uh if Doctor Strange left the door open too long? How many of his variants? Because that's what they've been trying to do, is just get to one reality where they could take over. But I can't tell as far as the headgear, the hair.
Yeah,
But
the
this really does. The face looks like an African American male.
Kang the Conqueror.
Especially, I thought this was a Photoshop job because I was like, the lips. We were talking about it being Tom Cruise's Superior Iron Man, But I'm like, those lips are way too full. Then we were saying, okay, what's her name? Not Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, but Lashana Lynch, who played her best friend in Captain Marvel. I'm like, okay, that could potentially be her. But this is looking more and more like a man. The
Facial
structure,
features.
yeah, that structure is altogether wrong for a female. But the hair is throwing me.
Yeah. Because I looked up the Kane guy. It kind of looks like him because of the eyes are glowing, but the headgear is different.
So Kang is in the MCU is going to be Jonathan Majors. And I'm trying to look at this and see, does this look like Jonathan Majors? And I can't call it. Wait a minute. Let me pull Jonathan Majors up. Jonathan Majors has a very strong nose and a very strong lip. So there he does have a very strong features. But is this him? To be quite honest, it could be. Now let me try to but oh gosh. This really could be him. Okay. I don't know if I can share this side by side. Let's see. Let's see. So we got Jonathan Majors over here. And we got this character.
That nose kind of.
The nose and the lips. Because his features are so identifiable. The nose and the lips could very well be it, man. And it would make sense. Kang would want, at least a variant of Kang would want to be sitting on that Illuminati council. Now Amy gonna come in here and start this shit, then leave. I've been looking at this I've been doing this for days now. She gonna come in here and look, I got a theory, and then leave.
Yeah.
So that eyebrow too. That it could be him. It could be him. Oh wow. Thank you, Amy. That was a good call because it really does. But what I was saying is the other day is whoever we want this to look like, when we look at this picture, we gonna make it look like them. But this really does because they've captured it in 8K resolution.
Ooh, excuse me.
I can see Jonathan Majors. Gosh, I couldn't imagine that kind of resolution. You were able to pull that up out of it. But yeah, and the eyes are glowing. We got the blue fists. That looks just like this fella. I guess it could. We could be looking at anybody right now. We could be looking at anybody right now. Okay. Yeah, Kang is a descendant by blood of Reed Richards. That implication is that's where he gets his smarts. Right. This could be kind of anybody from, in fact, instead of us getting Reed Richards as the person sitting on the council, it could be that we're getting one of his descendants. and it could be this dude, and they could be making they could be, you know how they'll sometimes mishmash a character together instead of having them be exactly like the comic book. They make some changes because of, you know, creative liberties. I can see them making that type of creative liberty, even though Kane, you know, yep. He said Kang does so much time travel and timeline hopping that he could definitely be this superhero. It's crazy. He could be anywhere at any time in any form.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot from y'all because I never heard of these people.
And we getting him. But yeah, we're getting him in we've already seen him once. We saw him in Loki, but we're getting him supposed to be the first time we see him as Ant-Man, but I wouldn't be shocked or surprised if we're seeing him before then.
So it's gonna be another Ant-Man coming out too?
Yeah, Ant-Man Quantumania. Quantumania. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oh, 2023.
Mm-hmm. Well, shoot.
Larry Fishburne, I swear he making all the money. Bill Murray.
He's working.
Yes, he is. Oh, so did y'all talk about this teaser already? The trailer for that? Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania?
It ain't no trailer out for it yet.
That's not. Yeah, I just
saw
it. Somebody made some.
Yep. That's what they do, man. They be making their own little fan, and sometimes they be good, but yeah, they will confuse you if you don't know that it's a something made by a fan.
I tell you.
Well, shit. I'm exhausted. And
I'm
today
hungry.
Is today Wednesday? Today is Wednesday. Yes. So I gotta be up at, y'all know it's a Discovery night. So I'll be up at 2:00 in the morning. I'll be up to watch Discovery and Bel-Air and Peacemaker. Okay, we got all of them.
Bel-Air. Oh, golly. I gotta watch Bel-Air. You know, my Tommy Egan's version of
Power.
The Force, yes. So I got to watch that.
That's already out?
Yeah, it came the last episode of Power Book 2 came out on the 6th of February, and then Force came out on the 6th of February.
Maybe you come and talk about Power. I'm not, I'm not, but it might be some people who are interested in hearing a breakdown or something.
Oh Lord, I ain't all that good at these breakdowns like that.
He said, "Ooh, Discovery. Think we'll get more fist fighting hustle?" I think we're going to the stars at this point. We got to figure out what's going on with this DMA, species 10C, and all of them. We need to figure out what. I'm ready for some to get us closer to answering the questions with the scientific part. I don't always get what I want. And so we might be fist fighting and carrying on again. I don't know what they would bring Nan back for. Got to be a reason. It's got to be a reason she's back.
Look, I know this is off the topic, but did you see how the 76ers got waxed? Tasha.
When was this? Yesterday?
Yesterday, by damn near 50 points.
Oh. No, I did not.
I think the Celtics, yes, the Celtics wore them out.
No,
like,
not by 50 points.
Tasha,
Did what you call it play?
it was like 135 to 87.
I am not.
I
I
said
just
at
can't.
this point, they should have all just fell down and said, held their ankle.
They should have all tested positive for COVID at the same time. Why even show up if you're gonna lose like that?
Oh my goodness. Oh yes. So I had to tell y'all, hubby's first game was 154. Second game, 232.
Oh, he took me serious, huh?
Oh, he's a good bowler.
He was going for that 300, huh?
He always going for that 300, girl.
He better be.
Always. That is awesome, honey.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's some great scores. Well, shit, either one of them I'll take.
Girl,
Dude,
he be
I
wearing
suck.
me out when we bowl. I'm like, you know what? He taught me how to bowl, but Jesus Christ, he just be whooping me. I be thinking I'm doing something, and then I get excited, and then don't go too good after that.
Yeah. Well, I suck at bowling, and but I will try. But I suck.
I don't know what games is on tonight. That's another thing. I'll be in here watching these basketball games.
And I think what I'm gonna do is start that Discord. I'm gonna look into it. Like the young man said, I do everything that people tell me to do just in case it something works. So shit.
Okay.
And then we can divide it into like what we like my specialties, the MCU, Star Trek, stuff like Star Wars that I'm all right with, but I ain't great with. Then we can maybe add in the sports in other fandoms, and y'all can update some of the stuff that you guys like on the page, so that it'll cover far more than what I'm just good at.
All right. Our Bulls, they trying to win 107-98 with the Kings. Oh no, the Trailblazers is beating the Grizzlies. That's not right. It's in the third. Well, they going to the fourth quarter. Ooh.
What baby had to tell you good night? Oh, talking about Trinity. Okay. I'm like, girl, is there something you ain't telling me? This baby is about to tell y'all good night too. It's dinner time for me. I'm gonna go in here and find something to eat.
I shouldn't be eating, but that workout I had today, I was starving when I got home. They tried to kill a sister, but I'm gonna stick with it.
Angus said Discord is a lot easier for sharing images on. That's both good and bad. I don't think it's a bad thing. I got a lot of images from Angus today, but you know what? I'm gonna share them on the Sunday show. On the Sunday show, because it fits more with the fandom talks. So yeah. So I will see you guys again here on Saturday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you are interested in joining us to talk about some more entertainment news, we'll end the week out. Oh, you can send me some more images, Angus. So we will catch up with the end of the week of entertainment. Hopefully it's a little bit busier than this beginning part was for me. And then you join me on Sunday we're gonna get back on track, is what I'm trying to say.
We're gonna get back on track. I'm unemployed, so I'm here.
So Saturday,
yeah,
it looks like me and Dee will be sitting here to bring you some good old fashioned entertainment news once again.
Yes, I'm gonna have to be looking out for some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, and some sports. We can do the sports. I'm just gonna stay on the outside. I can facilitate a conversation about the basketball in general, but it's like getting into the actual games. I'm not watching.
Man. And okay. So y'all know the All-Star game is it's Saturday at 7.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we gotta be done by 7.
Oh, we'll be
So
done way before 7. If we start at 3, we better be done by 7. Yeah, because we could only go 4 hours. We gonna get cut off somewhere. I think it's Facebook that cuts you off first. And that might be at 2 hours, and then I think Twitch. I mean, I think the StreamYard, the service itself, will cut me off after 4. So we can't do too much longer than that. No way. But anywho, thanks a lot, guys.
All
Has
right.
been so much fun. Yes.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, Dee, for joining me again. Thank you for setting your alarm. Good night, Lysandra.
Good
And
night.
yeah, and we'll see you here on Saturday. Peace.